Good morning. How's everybody? Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you. I'm a little shorter than you guys right now. Oh, way shorter. Good Lord. Now I'm a little taller. Morning, everybody. Let's get our heads right on a Tuesday. I'll tell you right now, right out of the chute, feel much better than I did yesterday. I'll tell you that. Yesterday was terrible. Today feels much, much better. Got a little bit more used to the time change. Only took a couple days. No big deal. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindell's our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Hello, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning. Are we going to be talking about the Twins and the Vikings today in your Minnesota accent?
No, we
morning.
We are not. I fix this camera. My hair's a bit unruly. It's standing like straight up.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Some would say we're a radio show. It doesn't matter for a lot of people.
Cadillac,
but hello to the
Cadillac
tier
problems.
ones in the chat.
Cadillac problems, by the way. 50-year-old man, almost 51. I have too much hair. I don't know what to do with it. I mean, come on. I'm not going to complain at all. Life's pretty good. Life's pretty good right now. How are you guys doing?
Good. I'm good.
Good. You?
Yeah.
Great.
Feeling
Fantastic.
great.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Getting blood from a stone in
I had
here.
a nice moment yesterday. I was
to stab myself.
I was reminded in a very organic way that what I do is very cool.
Yeah.
I was at Channel 10 and the goalkeeper for the Wave came in to do an in-studio interview. She's the new keeper, Didi Hadicic, replacing Kaylin Sheridan this year. I think she's going to be the starter. A veteran, though. She's been in the NWSL for a few years, and she was a backup last year with the Wave. And I'm always nervous when, athletes come in studio. Like, we don't have comfortable, like a green room or an espresso machine or anything. And I'm like, I don't even have like bottled water to give them. So
Why not?
I
You're
don't
talking
know.
to a couple of radio guys, by the way. It's
Yeah,
not
no
like,
kidding.
I know.
You know how embarrassing it is to invite anybody in?
It's not great.
Do you know how many literal glasses of water I've had to go fill up here to bring to a guest?
The first thing that worries me is that we don't have someone to monitor the outer gate.
Right.
So I've got to sit there for at least half an hour if they're early to make sure I can push the button.
Yeah.
And then they got there and they were in two cars. And they didn't push the intercom, but I saw them in the video.
Yeah.
So I hit the gate one, but you're only supposed to go one at a time. And then she tried to run the gate and I was like, no. And I'm pushing the button like, don't, it's going to snap the arm off.
Oh my God.
I got it in time though.
Oh my God.
And it was fine.
Oh my God.
So I was a little stressed about that as they were walking in. And then I got to, go outside and use my key card to let them in. And I go, this is going to be nerve wracking. And then she walks in and I take her into the studio and Kimberly's wrapping up some recordings that she's doing. This is like 3 p.m. And she looks around and she goes, this is the coolest thing I have ever seen. I've never been in a TV station before. I've never gotten to be on a news set. And this is amazing. And she's like looking all around and she goes, this is so much fun. I can't believe that I'm here. And I'm going, okay, I think this is all right. But she was so excited to be there. She was a really cool person. It was fun to get to know her, and now I'm a little more interested in the Wave this season. They start their season on Saturday against Houston at Snapdragon Stadium. First game of the season, a lot of different players on the roster. They've had, ever since Alex Morgan retired, they've been kind of turning players over and reworking the roster. But they made the playoffs last year, trying to take another step forward this year. But I'm going to put together a story, a little preview for the season this week with her.
And yeah, sorry. Thanks for coming. Thanks for almost running our gate down. And I'm sorry, I do not have a pastry to offer you or really anything.
Well, she has her own like coffee brand, and I'm going, I can't offer her our crap from the pod machine that we've got in our break room that doesn't even work right now anyway. So
can I interest you in a bottle of Arrowhead?
Yeah, I don't even think they have that. We don't hear. I've had to literally, we've had guests in and they're like, can I get, Jay Moore was like, can I get a water? I'm like, I start to sweat. Yeah. And I sit closest. I sit closest to the door, so I get up. I walk in the kitchen, and they have like actual glasses where I have to open the cabinet like I'm at home. Take a glass out, clean. Look at it under the light, and be like, "Oh no!" And then
the water's excellent because we have eco water here. We've got a filtration system.
It's like an old tilted kilt pint glass.
Yes.
How long has the tilted kilt been closed?
That is exactly
You know what it is, though.
It's got some weird call letters on it, like KBLN. You're like, I never even heard of this place. And you fill it up with water. You bring it in. You're like, here's your glass of water.
I know for me, I think the last person we had in was Ted Leitner.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. You ask them because you're just hosting. You're
Right.
just, hey, is there anything? Can I get you anything? You need coffee or
You're
water?
hoping they say no.
And you're hoping to God they just go, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I brought my own right here.
Please say no.
You know,
Because if they say yes, I do the same thing. I start to sweat and panic and go, oh no.
be like, I have
no.
I have an orange I brought from home if you want it.
Be like,
And
all right, I don't live too far. I'm gonna drive home. I'll be right back.
I have a like really bruised, nasty banana that like I have to eat, but you can have. I'll split it with you if you want to. No, I mean, look, at some point, Benny, it behooves us to get stuff for our guests if guests come in, but
This is a radio station. We could buy a nice little spread. It would be gone in 2 days. Someone would
that's
find
right.
it here,
Somebody would eat it.
and it would be gone.
Yeah, no question. I heard somebody said that Ello and Klug were yelling at each other yesterday over the Tua signing, and I have to hear that. I don't know what time it was, but I'm going to need to hear it at some point.
The Dolphins fan and the Falcons fan arguing with each other.
Yeah,
on a San Diego radio station.
It's exactly right. Awesome. But who took? Are there two sides to this? Because I didn't think there were. So Dominic, if you could let me know around what time that was, maybe we can go find it. I'd love to hear them screaming at each other. Why are they bringing him on the air to talk football? Just because?
I mean, he's a Falcons fan. It was breaking news yesterday when he signed with the Falcons. So I guess
that makes sense.
They did a little counterpoint.
Oh, wait. Tua signed with the Falcons?
Yeah.
I missed that entirely.
He was
missed that entirely.
He was released by the Dolphins,
sense.
and he signed with the Falcons 1 year deal yesterday.
Oh, I guess it was being via text yesterday. Damn it. Oh, that's right. It was Monday. Adam doesn't come in on Mondays or Fridays. So
you'll see him today.
Mm-hmm. Makes perfect sense.
How are you doing? You asked us how we're doing. How are you doing?
I'm well. I'm very well. Adjusted a little bit to the time change. Got the kids down a little earlier last night, so it wasn't as excruciating. They did get up several times. Bo came in at about midnight, so that was fun. Got in bed with me, and I booted him out immediately. Sorry, Dad. I'm like, it's fine. Just go back to your bed, dude. I got to get up in like 45 minutes to go to work, it felt like. But I felt much better when I woke up this morning. I went to the gym. I got back in the gym yesterday. That felt good. Had a little meathead workout in my meathead section over at LA Fitness. And I've really fallen in love with hack squats. I really enjoyed the hack squatting that I did yesterday. I'm trying
hack squat.
Lee Hack Squat Hamilton. Yes.
You got a problem.
Steve Hack Squat Woods.
Club Pilates.
Hack Squat is my great new nickname. I've really fallen in love with those. I'm trying to be.
What is a hack squat?
I'm trying to be the quad god, right? I'm trying to be quad god. I got to get these little legs bigger. It's the one where you go into the machine and your back is kind of on it, and you unclip it, and then you go way down and then push up, and it's kind of angled instead of it's like a machine. It's not the free weight. I was doing the regular squats, and my trainer texts me. He goes, "Hey, man, you're like, squats are good for you, but you don't need to do barbell squats anymore. Your knees are going to snap. Your back's going to fall off. Like, do these hack squats
a while ago to protect my knees.
They're pretty tough. So I did that yesterday, and had a great day, man. Kids were with their grandmother again till like 7 p.m. So Hannah and I had the afternoon. Made passionate love all afternoon. It was really, I'm exhausted. Just the whole, just we wiled away the hours of the afternoon together.
Oh my God, it's 11 o'clock at night. We got to go to sleep.
This is crazy.
Get up in the morning.
Got your cardio in.
Got my cardio in. Yeah, it was great. No, we just hung out and watched a lot of baseball yesterday. I did spend a lot of time with my baseball cards yesterday. A lot of time. Paulie, how's your carding going?
Oh, so good.
Is it?
Just dominating.
Are you?
I don't know.
What are you dominating?
I don't know. I'm having fun with it.
Is there an end game for either of you?
I don't think so.
In this pursuit
Destitution?
of baseball
being destitute, probably. I think, if I had to guess. or like in a mental institution because of it.
Just ensuring my wife never wants to look at me again.
Yeah. A life of celibacy is the end game. So, yes, life of celibacy, broke, penniless. Purples is the end game. Back-to-back divorces. Yeah. No,
Does it give you that much joy that it's worth all of that?
I really enjoy it. I really, really, really enjoy it. I do. I have a good time with it, and I don't know why. I've you know me, man. I'm an overthinker, and so I'm trying to get to the root of why I love it so much. And it's not. Look, I'll
Just a small picture of Ian Happ just makes you just so happy.
It's actually Roman Anthony is the one that pumps my nads right now, Benny. But it's not a.
Had a nice night last night.
Yeah, I did. It's not. I would be lying if I said, well, obviously it's something I can do with my child. Bo and I have really bonded over it. We have, but I'm trying to get him away from it as much as I can. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. The thrill of the chase. I have no idea. I got to imagine it's the same. Like I have buddies that were day traders, and their life was insane. It was just constantly like chasing a high. I'm sure that's what it is. I have an addict's personality. I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure I'm chasing some sort of high. If I really
there's also a sense of nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, is it nostalgia when I'm like only going after new young rookies? You know what I mean? Like the nostalgia, I guess, of like looking at cards when I was a kid, maybe, but I'm long past that. The nostalgia's burned way off for me. I don't know what it is, man. I really don't.
You're like the penny stocks guy
Yeah.
in the stock market.
Yeah,
you want to get in on the ground floor.
Get in on the ground floor. Yep.
This is because you missed out on crypto, isn't
Jordan
it?
Belfort over here.
Maybe. I just think, I went to my therapist last week, and I did not broach the subject. I did not tell her about my new hobby.
You're keeping things from your therapist. That's never
for
a good
now
sign.
because nothing spiraled out of control yet.
Has it?
No, it's not. It's not out of control at all. But I just feel, I know, like Postal says, 10 to 15 years, the cards will be worthless again. Just saying. Dude, I go into that knowing that full well. I know full well. Like
There's a reason your dad had boxes and boxes of old cards because they became worthless for a very long period of time.
they did. They really did.
It's collecting, but it's also just gambling, essentially.
It's gambling.
You're totally gambling. You know, if the player doesn't do well, then the card doesn't do well.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's going to be in that box when you open it. You're hoping it's something good, but it could be nothing. But it's just like anything else, you know. You can go to the casino a couple times a month if you are responsible and you know, like you can afford to lose
like
what you're risking.
You've been dealt an 11 in blackjack.
Yeah.
And you get to turn over the next card in like 15, 20 years.
Right. Yeah. After you've doubled
Do
your
I have a 10? Do I have a 3 under here? I don't know. I'll find out after this kid's career is done, and we'll see if he's in the Hall of Fame or not.
I'll tell you, it is a little bit weird and disappointing, though, when you look back, and I have a couple of, like, Don Mattingly rookies, which, by the way, like the 84 Topps Mattingly rookie, which when I was a kid, that's the only card I wanted. I couldn't find it. I could never get it. No, some of my friends had it. I couldn't find it. I have 2 of them now. They're worth like $5. And it's like, all right, that makes me sad. It also should give me a little bit of pause to be like, hey, maybe you don't go hard after these rookies. Because even that guy who was a borderline Hall of Famer, but that card back in the day, it was everything. It was everything on the planet to me. I would lay in bed at night and dream about, why don't I have a Don Mattingly rookie? My dad had one. He kept it hidden from me. And so I don't know,
and
man.
now you're keeping yours hidden from Bo.
And now I'm keeping
it's
mine
a
hidden.
family tradition passed down through the generations.
No, I just don't get it. I don't get my fascination with it, but I really feel at peace when I'm in my office and I'm top loading cards. There's a piece to it. There's a piece.
What does top loading mean?
Putting it in a little sleeve and then putting it in the plastic sleeve.
Okay.
Taking them out of like a binder, and then putting it in a thing and then putting it in another thing. I just feel like I feel peaceful when I do it. Like I accomplished something. At the end of the day, I didn't.
So you're really meditating is what you're doing.
No, I should just meditate. It's much less expensive and it's cooler. Like if I told my wife,
It's free, actually.
Yeah,
Most
free.
meditation.
If I told my wife, hey, I need 30 minutes, I'm going to go meditate, there's something cool about that. Hey, I need 30 minutes, I'm going to go play with my baseball cards. There's nothing sexy about it. So I understand. It's a new-ish thing for me and Paulie. And I find myself driving around going, wish I could open some cards right now. It's bad. So it's the addiction thing, I think.
That is a little worrisome.
But I've had so many bad habits. The way I look at it is, hey man, this is much better than, I don't know, 95% of the habits that I've had in my life.
But at some point, the acquisition has to end, right? And,
you would think. You would think that the acquisitions would
then you have your collection.
And then you have your collection.
And then you let it, grow in terms of value over the years. You wait. When you buy a stock, you don't have to keep buying other stock. You can just hold on to
the ones you have.
Hold on to it.
I could never day trade.
Let it grow.
I'm plus $7. Well, let me take that 7 and put it right back in, man. I'm telling you, it is. Paul, you can speak to it. It's got its clutches in you. It gets you.
Yeah, like just about anything else, though. Any other hobby or collection that I get into, whether it's vinyl, shoes, hats, cards, it's all the same. Like
it's the same thing.
You get locked in on it.
Locked in.
Tunnel vision.
Yes.
And we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. What's next? I've already gone through all of the bad things. I'm done with those habits are long gone, right? Those are gone. I'm never going back.
But like I use the
At
cards.
least it's not like expensive exotic cars.
The cards for me were like a jumping off point of getting back into just collecting in general and like sports memorabilia. And then like with my wife being cool enough to be like, hey, take The Office and turn it into like a little sports den or whatever. Yeah. Like I've put a ton of time and money over the last few months into The Office, and now it's coming together enough where like when I go in there, it's like a temple now to me, and it's nice.
It's a place of peace
to get my work done or whatever.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And I have a TV and I have my computer and I'm there to work and play with my cards.
I guess it really just comes down to what is it that gives you that little dopamine hit in your brain? It's
like the pulling of a pack is really fun because you don't know what you're going to get, like box of chocolates, Forrest. But it's also like getting on a little auction, like the auction I showed you the other day. And they're like, oh, I like this kid. I think this kid's going to be something. I can get this card for $3. I did. I got it for $3. There's a rush in that. Like anybody that's ever bid on anything at an auction.
Right.
We should get some auctioneer sound. But that gives you that rush when you win.
Especially when you're like, oh, that's at least worth $20.
Right.
I got it for $2. Like
$2.
That's fun.
I mean, what do I pursue? I love like a well-struck golf shot.
Yeah. 59, I'll have 59, I have $60.
Coincidentally, that's actual audio of Joe Davis and John Smoltz during the baseball game last night.
108 over here, 109. 108 over here, and you say 9 over here, on here, 909 over here, 110 over here, 11 over here, 110 over here, 11. 110 over here, you say 11, 12 over here, 113 over here, 14 over here, 15 over here, 16, 17.
That's actually John Smoltz. I'll be Joe Davis. You do John Smoltz there.
108 over here, 109.
Rosarena steps to the plate.
9 over here, on here, 909 over here, 110 over here, 11 over here, 110 over here, 11.
The pitch. Ground ball to shortstop. Bobby Witt up with it. On to first base. And then there's Smoltz the whole time. He did not shut up from the minute that broadcast started to the minute it ended. It was excruciating. Those three, and I put Ken Rosenthal in that. Smoltz, Davis, and Rosenthal.
It's a rough broadcast.
Those will be the three that welcome me into hell when I get there. Hello, welcome to Shaitan's Palace. And there's Smoltz just, it's hot. And the reason that it's hot is because blah, blah, blah. And then there's Ken Rosenthal, just the devil's minion himself. Bro, it was an excruciating. All right, John, what do you think about that? Right. No, I agree.
So 60,
that's true.
50.
He did not shut up, man, from the first pitch till the last pitch, dude. I'm telling you, I would have rather watched it in German than watch those three guys do their thing. It was excruciating. Good game, really good game.
I was
last
late
night.
to the game, and when you texted us immediately, and you were like, "It's a Joe Davis broadcast," I was like, "I will be watching that on mute."
It was excruciating. John Smoltz. he doesn't stop talking. And the reason I say that is, and blah, 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 blah. It was unbelievable. I loved it. I loved it every second. I loved every second of it, guys. But no, we had said yesterday on the show too, we're like, hey, we thought this one guy was Joe Davis because there's a lot of clones. And it was like, I haven't even seen him in this tournament. And the minute they popped up, and his little vampire face next to bald John Smoltz. And I'm like, we are in for it tonight. And we were in for it.
Yeah. Big Dan Johnson says it in the chat. We need Joe Buck. Everybody hated Joe Buck.
Yeah,
we told
you hated Joe Buck.
Told you Joe Buck was not bad.
I told you. I told you.
We had him on.
It can always be worse.
I think you actually should like Joe Buck.
I'm telling you, dude. I am telling you, it was pretty excruciating last night. I just hey, let it breathe a little bit, John. And the reason I say that is because back in my day, it was way better because it sucks these days. And these guys aren't as good as we were. And it's just never ending. Never ending. So lesson learned last night watching that game, playing with my baseball cards.
All right. Well, I just
felt the way that the Team USA roster is built, they would have to outscore their opponents to win.
That's old analysis.
3 years ago, I think.
Well, Vaughn says Joe wasn't bad. In actuality, he really wasn't as bad as he normally is because I think Smoltz was like, hey, man, I just did the best Colombian.
You mean Joe Buck or Joe Davis?
Oh, maybe he meant Joe. Maybe he meant Joe Buck. Joe Buck was fantastic, but Smoltz was like, I just did the biggest, fattest rail I've ever done, and I'm not going to stop talking for the next 3 hours.
If Shohei Ohtani's not in the game, Joe Davis is not. He's not as insufferable as he is when Shohei Ohtani is in a game.
That's true.
And usually when he's calling a game, Shohei Ohtani is going to be in it. But in this one instance, he was not. So he was a little more palatable than usual.
Joe Buck is not terrible, Adam. He was great at calling baseball. He was fantastic.
Better at baseball than football, actually.
100%. And he's damn good at football. Yeah. Damn good at football. I love Joe Buck. So I'm a Joe Buck fan. Davis, Smoltz, and Rosenthal, not so much.
You guys ready to get going here on a Tuesday? All right, we will take a quick timeout. We'll come back. We'll set the menu for the Tuesday edition of Ben and Woods. We will talk some baseball, Padres news, injury updates from spring training, and more.
It's my favorite.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It is Ben and Woods, Tier 1s. Thank you for joining us. Let's check traffic with Kelly Danick this morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
He just, oh, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino.
Probably 98% of sports talk shows in America this morning are doing nothing but NFL free agency.
Oh, yeah.
And I just can't do it.
It's hard.
Are you ready for some football?
No, I'm not, Paulie. I'm not ready for some football.
The NFL does an incredible job of feeding their fans all year long, just constantly with draft coverage. And I mean, it's like they only play from September to January.
I know. It's really short
season.
But somehow they never get out of the news. But I've got to say that the way they have now set up free agency is nightmarish, that everyone signs in the period of 24 to 48 hours. And I was going through like the signings yesterday. It's overwhelming.
It's like 80% of them. I'm like, who's that?
Well, let me ask you. We've talked about like the NBA does that. Theirs is in July. The NFL has now figured it out.
But we complain about baseball
like
dribbling signings out to the offseason. I think it's actually better because we can talk about each one as it happens, and there's not 97 of them. I was going through the like grades of free agency, like signings on Sports Illustrated in the NFL, just to try to see who would sign. It's just B minus, B minus, B plus, C plus, A minus, B plus, B. It's like no one even knows. I mean, yes, they're paying guys, they're switching teams.
Well,
you have no idea where anyone's playing at this point because they've all changed teams in the last 24 hours. It's mind-boggling.
The rest of the NFL year, though, is still fascinating to their fans, like the combine and the draft and OTAs and then mini camps and then training camp and then preseason. And then we do it all over again with a new season. Baseball, nobody cares about the draft. Nobody cares about the College World Series. Nobody cares about
it's different. And this is funny because that you bring this up. Jeff Bassan tweeted yesterday, the baseball renaissance is real. ESPN's MLB spring training coverage was the most watched since 2008. Obviously the World Baseball Classic is going up tremendously. A lot of people are getting involved. So, I mean, as a baseball fan, do I care about the draft? We have AJ Preller here, so I'm interested. I'm interested for about 24 hours, and then now that I'm a card collector, I'm very interested in the draft. Extremely interested in the draft.
Like my guess, because I saw something along those same numbers for WBC numbers, and I'm like, I promise you, the NFL Combine is going to probably double.
Probably,
that. You know what I mean? Like,
it probably will.
That's just the way it is. But the NFL, they do a really good job all year long.
They're juggernaut.
The problem is people are interested all year long. Like I don't know. Like the draft, the MLB draft is during the season, so most people are focused on the season.
Right. Yeah.
If the NFL or if the MLB draft was in December, I still don't know that a ton of people would really follow it because you're like, cool, we'll see you in 6 years.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in 2031.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No,
that's just the way that it is.
The way that it is, man. You draft a kid in the NFL, and you're like, you're playing. Like, no, it's day
you're
one.
Starting wide receiver. Or
you're
whatever.
in. And same with basketball. For the most part. So I get it. It's a longer lag time between the process. But no, the NFL free agency tracker, Ben, it's bat-ass crazy.
It's
right
crazy.
now. It's crazy.
A couple moves. I mean, Mike Evans to the 49ers. I thought, okay, that rang some alarm bells. That seems like an exciting move.
Well, it rings alarm bells for the 49ers, I thought, right? Like
Kenneth Walker III going to the Chiefs.
Super Bowl MVP going to the Chiefs is pretty interesting.
I know the Raiders spent a ton of money yesterday on a bunch of players that I couldn't tell you a ton about, but they seemed like they were happy about it.
I did see Charger fans on Twitter furious again, because Justin Herbert, you have a franchise quarterback in Justin Herbert, who again is a guy that we all really enjoy. You can't not enjoy watching that guy play football, and he needs protection. And you had a chance to go out and spend some money and protect him, and you haven't really. So I think
they lost a starting offensive lineman, I think, as well.
And so I think, I did see Charger fans upset. It's listen, you hate when your favorite team doesn't make a splash in free agency. Padres didn't really make huge splashes in free agency this offseason, and it was a little odd.
Well, I bring it up because I'm about to set the menu, and nowhere on there do we have like a block of NFL free agency talk
I think that
scheduled.
was it. We just did it.
So that's why I just brought it up, because there it was. I don't have any other thoughts for you other than your team probably got a B on their free agency signings yesterday.
At worst, B minus. At worst, there was not a C given out yesterday. I think.
I'm all B minus.
Me, if I was a teacher,
Oh,
let's give
yeah.
everybody a B minus.
Let's give everyone a B.
Let's get back to the pool.
I got cards to open.
I have.
You're just speed grading B minus,
B minus,
B plus,
B minus, B minus, B minus,
C
B minus.
plus. Great work. Needs more.
Yeah, just underline a couple things in red. I had a
Scribble. So they're
All right.
like,
this is going to be embarrassing again for me.
Uh-oh.
But Bo asked me on Saturday, Dad, can you help me? I want to work on my math. Sweet Angel played baseball, played sports all day, came home and goes, can we work on my math? I go, sure. And they do word problems, and you basically have to discern what they're asking. So Ben has 53 blueberries, and Steve takes away 35 blueberries from Ben. How many blueberries does Ben have left, right? So I go, look.
It's a subtraction
problem. So 53 minus 35.
And he's like, what kind
did
of
you just write it
old-ass
down with
math is
53
that?
above 35 and a minus sign, and you were going to do it the old way?
Correct.
I know.
Ben.
That's not the way to do it.
Ben,
That's not Common Core.
it doesn't matter. I still can't do this one anymore. Can
Well,
you?
53 minus 35?
Write it down and
I
try
just
to
know it's 18.
I mean, yeah, I know the answer.
No, that's the thing. We
I
know
don't-
it from our memory. He's 8. He doesn't know. And I was going to show him how to do it.
All right, you so
50?
cross out the 5.
Hold on. 53 minus.
Okay,
I
so-
could not remember.
So
Minus
cross
35.
out the 5
Okay,
and take
put
it
a
a 4
4.
and add the 1 to the 3.
Add the
so
1
now
to the
it's
3.
13 minus 8 is 5.
5.
And then 4 minus 3 is 1. And
1.
You get 15.
It's 18, you said.
No, 53. 13 minus 8 is 5. No.
53.
Well, I don't remember how
See? I can't do
I don't
it.
remember how many blueberries you had originally.
I had
but
53. 53 minus 35.
53
You know it's
minus
18.
35. So
Well,
it's 8. Yeah.
when
It's 13 minus 5 is 8. And then 4 minus 3 is 1. And then you've got 1 8 at the bottom.
So
It's 18.
I wrote it out and I go, and Bo goes, how do you do it? I go, I was like, I don't know. And Hannah's like, you idiot. She came over. I go, do it. Try to do this. 53 the old way. 53 minus 35. She goes, yeah, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I'd forgotten completely how to do
I can't
subtraction.
remember the last time I did it, but I got there.
Oh my gosh, man. It was, yeah, you get there. You get there. But when they're 8 and they're trying to figure it out, I'm like, I looked at him. I go, buddy, I'm sorry. This is going to be rough. I'm going to have like a live-in tutor. I have to live in my own.
Did you end up doing it his way as well? Where it takes like 5 minutes to draw out?
He tried it his way. We couldn't get it.
Well, you realize why math is so
It's
hard.
so
for people.
hard, man.
You know why? Because it requires patience and process.
I don't have it.
And
He doesn't have it.
Really, very few of us living in a modern world with phones and distractions and everything is so instantly available. We no longer have the attention span or patience to do a hand-drawn math problem, carry the 10, and do even that simple 9-second process that it takes to figure it out. Our brains reject the thought that I have to wait 10 seconds to get this answer.
The other thing is you don't use it, you lose it. So I haven't done that kind of math problem in 45 years, 40 years, right? Like I haven't done it. Why? Because I've had a calculator, I've had a phone. I can do that quick subtraction in my head, all of that. But to sit down and actually have to go back and do it again, I went, this is brutal. It's going to be so brutal. And I hope that we find somebody that can help him and both of my kids. But hey, when it comes to like papers and spelling, I got you, dude. I got you covered. We got all that done. But man, when it comes to that math and especially that new math, I think I'm screwed.
We'll talk a little baseball coming up here momentarily. Padres update, WBC last night. I know people are excited for 7 o'clock, though, because that's when we will unveil our first matchups in the Ben IT, the prelude to the tournament of drops as we
kill time,
wean down some of the Ben drops to get into the final field for our tournament of drops. And Paulie's being honest, it's just some enjoyable time killing that we can do coming up at 7 o'clock. And we can discuss all the matchups and what we think of some of the Ben drops over the years. Maybe even remember how the origin story of some of those drops as we set up some matchups, eight different matchups in the first day of the Ben IT coming up at 7 o'clock.
And people can vote on those online.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
And will we put them in the chat?
Yeah, we'll put the link.
Put the link in the chat.
Put the link in
to go vote.
Okay.
And we'll post it on social media.
All right.
720 powerful audio. I think we're going to play in Don't Do This from PGA Tour golfer Gary Woodland. If you don't remember his story, he was off the tour for a while because of a brain lesion, and he had to have surgery.
Yep.
And he came back, and everything was great.
Yeah.
But
it's not
entirely great. And Gary opened up about it with Golf Channel, and it's some of the most powerful audio we've heard this year. So we're going to play that for you in DDT coming up in our 7 o'clock hour. 8 o'clock hour, we will be joined by our friend Spring Training Sammy. Sam Levitt will update us on everything going on in Peoria, Arizona. All guests on Ben and Woods appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking, it's better. We'll also play Take on Woods, qualify you for the trip to the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. 9 o'clock hour has our biggest fan contest and our Reindl report. But let's get into some baseball talk. WBC Padres yesterday. Randy Vasquez on the mound in spring training. We'll get to all of that after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by Albertsons, Vons, and Pavilions. It continues to be pretty quiet on our roads. We're not showing any trouble spots at all. Coronado Bridge, we are seeing just a bit of a backup from about mid-span on over to the island. We did that situation up in the Fallbrook area, not far from Camp Pendleton Bay. Surface Street accident, which left a power pole and some power lines down. This is intersection of Mission Road South at Big Oak Ranch Road. Shop Vons and Albertsons for savings on family favorites. Right now, Jenny O 93% lean ground turkey, 16 ounces is $4.99 with membership where applicable. Visit Vons or Albertsons.com for more deals and ways to save. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Skip Schumacher got the better of us yesterday.
He sure did. He got us.
Rangers came into Peoria, dealt the Padres a 4-1 spring training loss. Randy
DeGrom.
It wasn't Jacob DeGrom.
He started, didn't he?
No, they mistaken.
did they?
They said he was going to, but he didn't. They had it wrong on the list.
Because I tuned in and
not pitch
in like the third, and Randy was still pitching. And
they never pitched Jacob DeGrom yesterday.
That's lame.
In fact, I didn't even know who the guy was that shut us down. We did not hit.
Probably some strategy from Skip Schumacher.
Only 4 hits total. They said it was just a clerical error. Like they wrote down he was always supposed to pitch today in Surprise, not yesterday in Peoria, and someone wrote it down wrong and thought Jacob DeGrom was coming. He did not. Randy Vasquez did pitch, gave up his first runs of spring training.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Not a big storyline,
I didn't want Randy Vasquez to have like a perfect spring training and have those first runs come in his first start of the season. Of course, he's going to give up some. Wasn't maybe quite as good as he was, but I think part of it is he now knows he's in the starting rotation. He's not competing as much as he was.
You
maybe
need to take it away from him then.
You don't. Now he just needs to get his arm in the right place for opening day. And the velocity was still good. Everything looked good. Command may have been not quite as sharp as it was in some of the earlier starts, but not worried about Randy Vasquez at this point. His spring has been a good one.
100%. And we said yesterday, like, go out, we don't need a big storyline. Today of like, oh my God, he lost the zone. He was all over the place. The velo was down. Like, I'm good on some days you're going to get beat. Did not pitch poorly at all. Did fine. Luis Camposano did get his first extra base hit, ringing double off the wall, smoked it. So that was good. Crony continues his good start to spring training. And
boy, he had a nice pick at second.
He did, man. He did. Vasquez gave up 2 in the second, the first runs this spring. So no big.
But had 3 other pretty decent innings. So it was a spring training game. I don't think there's much we need to actually go into depth on that one. They did not hit yesterday. They are also missing some of the star players who were at the WBC.
One guy that's having a little bit of trouble finding the zone is Jeremiah Estrada. He continues to walk about a man an inning. He's walked.
Hasn't given up any runs, I don't think.
He's walked 6. So this is the line in spring. He's thrown 5 scoreless, so that's good. Results-based business, right? But he's walked 6 and he struck out 7 in 5 scoreless innings. Bit of a tightrope for Jeremiah. Try to lock it in before the season. Hopefully he does.
But again, he's not competing for a job.
No,
he's got one already.
Yep.
David Morgan threw a scoreless inning. Adrian Morejon gave up a run in the 9th, but Adrian Morejon is nasty, so let's leave it at that. The more interesting, obviously, we were talking about the Dominican Republic. We watched it live yesterday when Fernando Tatis Jr. hit his grand slam. They went on to a 10-1 win over Israel in the MLB WBC to clinch a spot in the quarterfinals. Venezuela also clinched their spot in the quarterfinals. Ronald Acuna Jr. went 3 for 3 with a home run as they beat Nicaragua 4-0. That game between Venezuela and the Dominican to wrap up pool play will just be to see who has the higher seed going forward. But the interesting game was last night's. Team USA against Mexico. Mexico has kind of had Team USA's number in the WBC in the past, but they have not faced a Team USA like this one with Paul Skeens on the mound.
Way different.
And Paul Skeens was very Skeensy.
He was Skeens-ish, wasn't he, last night? Man, as locked in of a human being. I love Paul Skeens. I do. I can't help it, man. I know that he has the personality of a walnut. I know that. I still love him. The mindset that he possesses is one that I would never reach. I could never Paul Skeens. I don't get me wrong. I love Paul Skeens. He has some videos on Instagram that I lie in bed at night and I show my son. It's true. It's so true. I love him, man.
He's a little much for me in terms of the personality,
the lack thereof.
Well, no, the lack thereof publicly, but I care more than you. I care more than you. I care more than you. The videos from college and that sort of thing. But he's a dynamo to watch on the mound. I mean, he really is.
They showed the overlay of his sinker and his fastball, and they're like, "Hey, man, they're both his four seam and his sinker," and they said they're both the same speed, so you can time it up. Like, okay, I've got this. I'm on 98. One goes down and one goes, up or straight, and you're just done. There's nothing you can do. What was that?
If he stays healthy, he's going to have such a remarkable career.
Yeah.
Now we've said really that about other Mark Pryor and
sure.
It happens, and hopefully he stays healthy. But 4 innings, 7 strikeouts, a hit, a walk was fantastic. All the Team USA runs came in 1 inning. They're not doing what the Dominican Republic is doing, which is just battering other teams into submission. It hasn't been like that for Team USA.
It's been a little dicey.
It's been a little dicey. They've had longer stretches of games where it looks like they are not really getting it going, and you wonder, are they going to get it going enough? This game, all of it came in the 3rd inning with Aaron Judge and Roman Anthony going deep and them scoring 5 runs. But that was it. And they had to make that hold up. And they did, but it got pretty interesting with Jarren Duran hitting a pair of late home runs off Matthew Boyd, cutting it to 5-3. Mexico was able to get tying run to the plate in the last couple of innings. So there were true, nervous moments for Team USA in that game yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty boring game, when it was 5-0, and it seemed that they were on cruise control. And then, you start, ball gets away from a guy, they end up scoring a run, and, Duran hits the bombs. They had they were down 2. They get somebody on in the 9th. I can't remember. They did. Yeah, they did. So, but
lead off of Garrett Whitlock.
Garrett Whitlock. Yes, the shot down the line by Meneses. Garrett Whitlock looked filthy though. I mean, he was
after that. He was very good. But you're right. I have enjoyed the WBC. I have watched the WBC. I complained a little bit about it going in. It's been a fun, undeniably fun tournament. My one complaint remains. When you hold it in March, you are not truly strategically doing everything you can to win a baseball game. If this was a true tournament must-win game, you would have Mason Miller in closing in the 9th inning there. You just would.
Well, I read yesterday from Tyler Milliken, who covers the Red Sox, Alex Cora had actually called, which happens all the time, called Mark DeRosa and goes, "Hey, Whitlock needs to get work in tonight. This is his day. He's got to throw tonight. So whatever the situation calls for, Garrett Whitlock must pitch tonight." Mark DeRosa, okay, thank you, sir. Also got the same call.
How many calls do you think he gets a day?
I also got the same call from AJ Hinch. Hey, Matthew Boyd has got to go tonight, and this is how long he's got to go.
Right.
So everyone's going, DeRosa, you idiot. You can't leave him out there. He's like, I literally have to. I have no choice, which, kind of takes away from the spirit of the competition.
Exactly. I mean, you are competing for sure, but your pitchers are very locked into this many pitches, this many innings on these days.
Yes.
And I can't alter the plan based on the situation of the game or the strategies. Maybe we can save a guy and pitch him in the 8th against lefties or righties,
right.
but that's about the only flexibility that Mark DeRosa has with his pitching staff.
Correct. Yeah, he
was given a spreadsheet for the entire tournament.
This is who needs to pitch and
who
when.
pitches and how many pitches they throw in each game,
which is awful.
He's a spring training manager when it comes to pitching, and he's managing 30 different pitching staffs or however many, pitchers he's got from different teams.
It's awful, but maybe the easiest games he's ever managed.
Yeah,
in that
pretty
sense,
much.
Where it's like, hey, I don't have to worry about these decisions because it's already been figured out.
I am going to take your admission that the WBC is actually great, and then I will use the next segment to walk back something that I said.
Fair enough.
And wear it.
Well, we also have the Ben IT coming up.
And the Ben IT is coming up.
So, but the USA did win 5-3.
There's way more in that game I want to talk about.
They still
later.
have a big game against Italy coming up today. So
be great.
That's going to wrap up pool play for Team USA, and then they'll move on, presumably, to the quarterfinals. We'll come back to Ben IT first round next year with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. admitted it. The WBC has been undeniably entertaining. A fun diversion here in March. Does it determine the best baseball team in the world? I don't know, but I'm enjoying it.
Sure is fun.
I will walk back some of my WBC talk from earlier this month, late last month.
All
you
right.
said you're going to walk something back.
I am. I will walk back my Tarek Skubal comments because, as it turns out, I think he's kind of a chode a little bit. I really do. Like, I was really, when they did the announcement that said, "Hey, man, he's only available this time," and my whole basis was, you take whatever you can get from Tarek Skubal. And you're happy with it because it's Tarek Skubal and you let him do it, and he's got other things and he needs to get back and he's got this big contract. Fine. He goes out, pitches. I think he was in line for the L when he left the game, but he gave up a home run and then he was like mowing guys down. So it happens. Guys ambush you and you're down 1-0. So no big deal. Pitched really, really well. Very incredibly for Team USA. And then I just assumed he was going to just, guys, it's been real. There's my 55 pitches. I'm going to pack my bag. I'm heading back to Lakeland, Florida, or wherever they are. Well, he lurked around and he hung around.
They're in Houston?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lurked around and hung around and then started teasing the media. Like, look, I didn't know how I was going to feel. Absolutely fine. You're a human being. Like, hey, man, I got in here. I saw how serious these guys took it. I'm all the way in. Like, this is crazy. So he says, all right, I'm actually going to think about potentially staying and getting another start. And my guess is Scott Boras was in his ear and was like, pack your bag, get the F out of here now. You're out of your mind. And he still didn't go. And then he said, I've got a big, I'll announce it. And then he comes out and announces, yeah, I'm actually going to leave. Just go. If you had just done what you said you were going to do, all this was over. And then he said, I'll be back in Miami if we make it, and I'll be there celebrating.
So, yeah, he said the decision was made after consulting with the Tigers, manager A.J. Hinch, his agent Scott Boras, and his teammates, both in Houston and at spring training in Florida. And he said, quote, the resounding message was to kind of be done, but still be around the team as much as I can.
So that's what he's saying. The team, like everyone was telling him.
You're fine. You already made your plan. You're done. Just be done.
Just go there. You're not going to do anything here tomorrow. So your next day is
what bothers
Wednesday.
me and why I was always against this. I'm here for one start and leaving plan. It makes Tarek Skubal seem like he feels he's more important than every other pitcher who's in the WBC. They're all interrupting their spring training. They're all interrupting their careers. They may not all be getting free agent contracts at the end of the year, but at some point, they're going to want to hit free agency. Every start is important for a baseball player, every preparation, every spring training. They're all professionals who do this for a living, who take it very, very seriously.
No doubt.
Why are you trying to tell us that you're just taking it a little more extra seriously than everybody else? You're not, as far as I know, he's not coming off any special injuries. You know, if you were, then just don't do it at all.
And I did hear that, if he had started another game in the WBC, that would have pushed back his opening day start, which would have been great for us. Probably would have seen him anyway, but
he'll be starting the fourth game of the season after he leaves San Diego.
Exactly. Okay.
That would be amazing.
That'd be great.
I kind of want to see
I definitely hear what you're saying. I think the reality, though, is he's the only guy in the WBC with back-to-back CYs. He can do whatever.
It's kind of the thing. He's won back-to-back Cy Youngs, and he's got a $400 to $500 million contract guaranteed coming up from the Los Angeles Dodgers at the end of this season.
If the timeline was pushed back a year and he had already gotten paid, maybe things are different. I'm sure they are.
I promise you they are. But and people are allowed to change their, but you're allowed to get somewhere and go, I thought this was going to suck. This is amazing. I've blown it. But at that point, you made your bed. You kind of got to go, or you got to say, hey, Scott, AJ,
I'm doing
Detroit,
this.
I'm doing it
for me.
You work for
doing
me.
This.
Leave me alone. I'm pitching for these guys.
The team doesn't work for him.
They don't.
He works for them.
Well, he does, but he also okay, well, fine. Don't pitch.
Right.
Me.
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You think the Pirates are screaming at Paul Skeens like, I wish he would come back now and not pitch again?
No, I bet you they're not. They know.
I don't think they are.
They know. I mean, look, in a perfect world, they'd be like, yes, get him back here. But they're not. You can't say that. And so I think I just, the waffling is where I was like, hey, man, like you were so convicted in your decision. Be convicted in your decision and go.
How do Tigers fans feel, you think? How would we feel if we
Paulie,
if
I
we
think
retired?
they're sick to their stomachs anyway because they know this cat's leaving.
Well, sure, but they're also like, this is our last chance, right? Like they were in the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
They're going to be contenders in some sense. So they don't want anything to happen to Tarek School. They know he's not going to be there after this season or maybe after the trade deadline.
I bet you they're elated that he's coming back. Now, he was in the dugout last night. He was leaning over the railing. I saw him. Like, I thought you were going. And if I'm a teammate, I don't know. I mean, these guys are a fraternity. They look out for each other. They protect each other. I doubt there's any hard feelings in there other than like, are you sure you don't want to get on that mound, again? And when we get to the, quarterfinals or whatever, because they're well on their way, Team USA, as they should be. So I'll walk that back a little bit. Again, his original decision of I'm going to go throw what I can throw and give what I can, and then I'm going to split. I'm fine with that. It's the lurking around and being around for and leading everybody on for 72 hours of going, maybe I really want to. I just don't know if I can. And it's like, dude, just go.
But
just
again,
go.
we don't know. Like if he was scheduled to not do anything at spring training until Wednesday, and they're like, yeah, stay there until Tuesday morning and then come on out.
It's true.
Be around those guys as much as you can, learn from them.
But it was
I
think it was here, I have a big announcement.
Do it quietly.
Just do it quietly.
Yeah.
Just do it quietly. That was kind of it. So, I'm not walking back my original statement. Like, I was fine with him throwing his 55 and bouncing, but he didn't bounce. So,
right.
And he's teasing everybody along. I get it. He's torn. It's a tough decision, but I think, he kind of came off looking like a clown, and I'll wear it.
All right. If you're somewhat new to Ben and Woods in the last year, then maybe you haven't heard our tournament of drops before. With all the brackets coming up later this month, we like to do our own version of brackets where we pull some of the funny sound bites that Paulie saves throughout the year, and we put them into a bracket and let the tier ones decide on our drop of the year. We call it the tournament of drops. But Paulie is so diligent, especially at pulling me out of context all year, that we end up with an overload of
sometimes
Ben
in
drops.
context.
Sometimes in context. Yeah.
We end up with an overload of Ben drops. So this year, for the first time ever, we're doing a bit of a play-in tournament. We're calling it the Ben IT with 16 drops that are just me, and we're going to narrow that down to 4 guaranteed entrants into our final field of drops. Yesterday, we played the entire field of 16 for you, Paulie. If you would once again, the field for the first annual Ben & Woods Ben IT tournament. Beaver Stadium. Loose Cannabis, Supremely Stupid. Tommy Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends. Call the Cops. Panties. Adolf Hitler. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Cool Jerk. Gobbler's Knob. Bangs, Anal Satan. Marvelous Muncher. I don't have a sister. He's the guy that I pegged. I had an opportunity to do a 2-for-1. All right, so we now have the seedings and the matchups for our round of 16 in the Ben IT.
It's funnier when you look at the actual bracket.
Oh, yeah.
It's incredible.
And you can find in various...
seeing Adolf Hitler
in
print
a bracket
right there on Ben's face is just...
social channels in our link, YouTube. You just click on the link and you go to a Google voting spreadsheet, and you can make the votes for the next 24 hours on our first round matchup. So here's what we've got. And there's 4 different regions of 1 to 4 seeds. So they're not named. They're just the first region. The number 1 seed, Panties. Panties.
I mean, if you want to recreate each drop, we can.
Was that Ben Reed's Romance, or was that Ben?
Yeah,
I think that was Ben Reed's Romance.
That was from a couple years ago. That was the Barry White one.
Yes. Panties.
Yeah, and
Take
we just put
a brassiere, my dear.
We put an echo on it.
But putting the echo on it is new, which makes it eligible
a new drop. Yeah.
For the tournament of drops this year. Panties. And all of a sudden it climbs with the echo to the number 1 seed. Goes up against a very recent edition, is the number 4 seed, Supremely Stupid. Supremely Stupid, which was supposed to be slightly stupid and sublime, and somehow I ended up with Supremely Stupid as the concert that's coming to Petco Park. So that's your 1 versus 4, and then the 2 versus 3, the number 2 drop. I don't have a sister.
I don't have a sister. You do have. I do have a sister, which you said you didn't. That was not out of context. That was in Context. I don't have
She
a
is
sister.
never letting me forget that.
And nor should she.
We
You
actually-
have a literal sister.
I need to
Also a card collector.
She is. I think we're going to need more information. Now, yeah, you catch a guy in the house with your sister.
Have you ever done that? Has that ever happened?
It
to
has
you?
never happened. I don't have a sister. Well, I do have a sister.
Whoa!
I really do have a sister.
That was one of my favorite Ben and Woods.
It couldn't
songs.
happen to me because I don't have a sister.
I don't have a sister. Of course, I didn't
Yes,
catch a guy
you
with her.
literally do.
I've met her.
And that will go up against the number 3 seed, which is, I believe, a band name, right? Bangs Anal Satan. Was that when we were reading
was that
the
Metal Fest
Metal
or
Fest
something?
bands? Yeah. That was one of the Metal Fest bands. So that's the 2-3 matchup. And then the next number 1 seed, a classic, all
Loose
Cannabis.
It's fun when my 8-year-old runs around the house saying it.
I meant, like people who roll their own joints, and I didn't know what they called the stuff you put in the paper that
Right.
you roll in.
Loose
Loose cannabis.
Yeah, it's loose cannabis. Flour.
Had no idea. So that's what we went with.
Yep.
It'll be going up against the number 4 seed. I had an opportunity to do a 2-for-1.
Wow. I mean,
Did you take it?
I hope you took it.
It's always a good deal. We didn't get 2-for-1.
It's true.
So,
It's true every time.
and then the number 2 seed there
this
is
is-
from Groundhog Day. Gobbler's Knob.
That's how you say it.
It's
too.
how you say it.
Gobbler's Knob,
If I say-
Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, where they bring the groundhog out every February 2nd.
If I say Gobbler's Knob, it's not as funny as when he says it.
And that'll be going up against a song from Take on Woods, the number 3 seed.
Cool jerk.
Kind of an oldie.
Is
I was
it?
just trying to compare.
Gobbler's Knob. It's not even.
Gobbler's Knob.
It's not
Like,
even
one is
close.
way
You said it
funnier. One more time. Here's we'll go Woods.
Gobbler's Knob.
Ben.
Gobbler's Knob.
He says it way funnier.
It's way funnier. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't.
How do you say something funny?
I don't know, but
we
you
don't
do.
know, but you've we've tapped into it on this show.
That's why we've
Apparently.
milked it for 8
years,
years
and
of
it will-
Ben
We'll
drops.
milk it for another 8, dude.
Hopefully.
Another 8.
Maybe.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe.
And then
Or
we
at
go
least
to-
another 9 months.
Yeah, right. Let's start there.
Yeah,
All right,
let's start
that's,
there.
that's the top half of the Ben IT.
Oh, it's
now
so
to the
good.
bottom half, and the 1 seed on the bottom half of the bracket. Tommy Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends. That's fine. Tommy Lasorda, that was from a letter,
we
an
got.
email or letter that we got explaining grammar and
Yes,
syntax and how you should. What he and it's him and versus he and I
Yeah,
think was
there
the explanation.
There were so many. He also
Tommy
didn't like,
Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey
and
were good
Steve.
friends. That was why that he wrote that sentence. That
I
way.
just think of it as from Ben's alphabet. T as in.
T as
Tommy
in-
Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends.
That's another one where you say it. You just say it so matter of
it's so
factly.
good.
Oh,
And that's going up against
Number 4 seed at the bottom of the bracket, the Beatles, right?
Yep.
Beep beep and beep beep. Yeah. Beep beep and beep beep. Yeah.
I'm having all right. Keep going. I have one. I have stuck. I've left it open because I don't know what to vote for.
All right, down to the number 2 seed at the bottom of the bracket.
Makes me die.
My
Please vote for-
impression of the Muppets Swedish Chef.
Please vote for the other one.
Going up against the place where Penn State plays all their football.
Where is that again?
in State
Ben?
College, Pennsylvania, Beaver Stadium. That's what it's called.
All right.
And then our final region, the number 1 seed,
One of your heroes.
a big
Adolf Hitler.
Yep.
one. That was from a fact or fiction segment on ABC 10 News when I was anchoring a couple months ago. It's going up against the number 4 seed, Call the Cops.
Which is so good too.
If you see Adolf Hitler, you should probably call the cops.
That's true.
It's fair. And then
This is it. This
the
is the one.
the
It's wide
number-
open.
Tough.
I don't know what to do.
the
dude.
number 2
I
seed.
don't know what to do.
He's the guy that I pegged.
Wow. Okay.
There was more of that sentence, I
Think that's
promise
it?
you.
Yep.
Walker Bueller's making his first spring training starts.
Big one.
He's the guy that I pegged as my favorite
Whoa.
to land the 5th starter's job.
Okay.
He's making another start today.
Today. Yep.
And it'll be going up. It's the number 3 seed, one of San Diego's top food Instagrammers, Marvelous Muncher.
I just
supposed to vote for those?
I don't. I am. It's wide open. I'm going to make a decision. I just made my decision. And I am voted.
Early votes are rolling in. We got a couple.
First annual Ben and Woods, Ben IT.
I'd say there's about 3 or 4 matchups that are pretty close. The other ones are already runaways. But
I don't like to
until tomorrow.
I don't like to influence the voting. I'm hoping. I don't want Adolf Hitler to win, but I feel like it's a 1 seed. Adolf Hitler.
Again, it's how you say it.
It's how you say it.
Say everything the same way.
I know. Go vote.
Gobbler's knob.
Gobbler's
Adolf
knob.
Hitler.
Yeah, it's so good.
Call the cops. I don't have a sister.
Yeah, you do have a sister.
Her name's Maggie.
Her name's Maggie.
I know.
Sweet angel.
Been around for most of your life.
Oh man.
So again, you can click on the link, find it on our
Panties.
social media channels or in our YouTube chat, and you can start voting. And then we'll take the winners, and tomorrow we will reduce the field from 8 down to just the 4 that then advance into our tournament of drops later this month.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Maybe we'll have some at-large bids. You never know.
Never know.
All right, let's take a timeout because we have some great, powerful audio to get to in Don't Do This. It's actually a do this. Anyone who is willing to be that open and that honest, talking about golfer Gary Woodland, the interview he did with Golf Channel. Powerful stuff.
You missed it. Oh my gosh.
Also, the scandals that are coming to baseball, like the Emmanuel Clase scandal. We've seen it in basketball with point shaving. Guess what? MLS is not immune to the problem as well. We'll tell you about that coming up next in Don't Do This. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I want to tell you about my new investment advisors at Trajan Wealth. They're fiduciaries, which means they're looking out for you. If you've ever changed jobs, there's a good chance you've got an old 401k sitting somewhere. I did. A lot of people don't realize those accounts can come with higher fees and limited investment options. Mine was. I had no idea I was paying like extra fees on an old 401k that I hadn't thought about in years. That's where Trajan Wealth can help. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help people evaluate old retirement accounts, discuss ways to optimize those funds so that money is actually working for you again. Like, why wouldn't you do this? It's a simple step. It can make a huge difference over time. Trajan Wealth is local with offices in San Diego, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. If you've got questions about an old 401k, start with a call. Dial 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207. You can also learn more online at TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC. SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, we're just going to do a couple of stories here because I want to make sure we have time for this audio coming up. Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
All right, we'll start with the Don't Do This. Comes from Major League Soccer, which, of course, we've all taken much more of an interest in the last couple of years with the success of SDFC.
Well, they have issued, not they, SDFC, MLS has issued lifetime bans to Derek Jones and Yaboa for betting on games while they were playing. It came down yesterday. These guys have been not playing, awaiting investigation. But neither player is currently signed to an MLS club. But they both got lifetime bans yesterday betting. The investigation concerned a 2-season period for these two. One instance where both players bet on Jones to receive a yellow card in a match between Columbus and Red Bulls.
I was wondering, how can you manipulate a bet if you're a soccer player? Because even Messi can't guarantee I'm going to score
a goal.
You know, I mean, yes, you can say I'm not going to score a goal.
Yeah.
But if you're like right in front of the net, you've got the ball and you don't shoot, that's going to be very obvious. So how are you going to subtly do something that you can bet on in the game? And when you said a yellow card, okay, yeah, you make a hard tackle on someone and the referee draws the yellow card and you go, oh, my bad. And then you just kind of move on.
Yeah. Major League Soccer put out a statement. It said, we remain steadfast in our commitment to match integrity. The league will continue to enforce its policies, enhance education efforts, and advocate for the elimination of yellow card wagering in all states to protect the integrity of our competition for clubs, players, and fans.
That makes sense.
It does.
Yellow card wagering is problematic. But now MLS, I will call them out because they said we did not find any evidence that any match was influenced by this bets. But you can never know. If a guy takes a yellow card on purpose to win a bet, and then gets an accidental one that turns into a red card, and then you're ejected, and then you're playing short a man the rest of the game, which absolutely could impact the match, even if it was unintentionally. If you take an intentional yellow card, it gives the other team a free kick right there. That could lead to something. It probably won't, but it could. So you can't say that even one yellow card didn't impact the result of a match. You'll never know, because it's the butterfly effect of soccer, that everything, one kick leads to the next kick, and you don't stop in between innings or anything. So, I mean, yes and no. It wasn't egregiously affecting a match, but it might have. All right, we've got a little longer clip of audio that we want to play, so let's go right to do this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
And it's a do this for the courage, honesty, and transparency expressed by Gary Woodland in an interview with Rex Hoggard of the Golf Channel. Now, if you don't remember Gary Woodland's story, won the U.S. Open and was on the PGA Tour. And then in the 2020s, like after the pandemic, he started suffering seizures. And they had to try to figure out what was going on. And they determined after CAT scan or whatever they did, he had a lesion on his brain. Scary stuff. So in 2023, he had brain surgery to remove the lesion, had to go through, tons of therapy, physical therapy, getting back to try to get back to the PGA Tour. And when he returned to the PGA Tour, it was an incredible story. He is one of the favorites on tour. Everyone was so happy to see him back. They embraced him and said, it's so great. I mean, he was playing well. He could compete, make cuts. He looked like, he was Gary Woodland again. But inside, he said, I'm not 100% back. And he finally said, I can't keep trying to hide what's going on inside of me. So he came out in this very raw interview with the Golf Channel, just so he doesn't feel like he needs to hide what's happening inside of him anymore. This is the audio from that interview.
Every week I come out and everyone's so excited and happy that I'm back. And, I hear that every week. It's so nice to see you pass this. It's so nice to see you 100%. And I appreciate that love and support, but inside I feel like I'm dying. And I feel like I'm living a lie. And that I don't want to waste energy on that anymore. I want to focus my energy on me and my recovery, my dreams out here, my family. I don't want to waste energy hiding this.
How does that fear, how does that anxiety manifest itself when you're between the ropes, when you're on the golf course?
I'm extremely hypervigilant. I've had times, especially at the end of the last year, where we were playing in Napa. We were there for the Ryder Cup. We had the whole team there. I was playing with a couple of the guys. And on Friday, early in the round, I was hypervigilant. Walking score startled me, got close to me from behind, and I stepped aside. I pulled Butchie, my caddy. I said, Butch, stuff's hitting me, man. You can't let anybody get behind me. Next thing you know, I couldn't remember what I was doing. My eyesight started to get blurry. And the hole later, I said, Butch, I can't handle it. I just started bawling in the middle of the fairway. It was my turn to hit. I couldn't hit. And Butch was like, Jude, let's go in. I said, no, man, I'm here for these guys. I'm here. I can't leave them out here in a twosome. I don't want to. I want to fight. I want to get through this. He gave me sunglasses to hide it. I went in every bathroom to cry the rest of the day. When I got done, I excuse my language. When I got done, I got my car and got out of there. And I just can't hide it anymore. It's, days when it's tough, I'm crying in the scoring trailer. Running to my car when I get done just to hide it, just because I'm scared. I don't want to live that way anymore. If I'm feeling something, I want to let it out. I want to let it go. Because I am getting better. I mean, from that day, we were able to talk to the tour at the end of the year. We've been in contact with security. They've put protocols in place where I feel safe now. They have people with me. I see the tour security. the more we learn, we're able to put protocols in place to help me.
So you get the gist of the thing, and what he talks about earlier.
And he's not actually in physical danger.
No,
from anybody.
He's got PTSD.
Yeah,
and that's what he's suffering from. And the trauma that he went through with his brain surgery and the whatever happened, it's a traumatic event, and he has not been able to get past it. He's been able to do enough to get back, out on the course and playing the game that he loves. And he said, but the energy that I have to expend just to get through the day, it makes me, not a great father, not a great husband, et cetera. He goes, I'm tired of holding this in. I'm tired of people not knowing what's going on. I'm not doing okay. And I think that's what I commend him for, is the raw honesty. It's hard, man. It's hard to look in the mirror, and it's hard to ask for help and to know that you don't have it all figured out. He's done counseling with tons of veterans that are like, hey, man, this is a day-to-day thing, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. It was really moving, really sweet. My dad called me yesterday to turn me on to this, and I watched it, man. I was in tears when I watched it. Just that's a man right there that is like, I have to get this off my chest. I have to get this out. And I was just very impressed by that.
And I think if he knows, like, now that everyone knows that this is going on, they can be a little more cognizant of it. And if they see Gary Woodland, crying around, it's like, it's okay,
this
man.
Is what he's going through.
And he can get support from everybody and not feel like he can't show that. And I think that's why he wanted to come out and do that publicly.
Yeah.
Support that 100%.
And also part of it was, I want to talk about it because there's other people going through it, and they see me fighting. Please continue to fight. It's the gist of the men's mental health group that I started as well. And we have a meeting Saturday, 11 a.m. at the sanctuary by the Lost Abbey, 1215 San Alejo Road, 11 a.m. on Saturday, where you can just come and you can spill it, and nobody's going to judge you. And we're just going to be there to listen for you. And it's important. Talking about it helps tremendously. So many men suffer in silence every single day. And it seemed like he was one of them.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Tuesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Chiming in on the chat, I see I Don't Have a Sister Better Win. That's from my sister.
That's your sister,
That's my sister
in
Maggie.
the chat.
In the chat.
Oh, my God.
Trying to influence the vote, Maggie. Don't influence the vote in the tier ones. They can pick whatever they want. Maybe you should vote for Adolf Hitler instead.
Imagine it coming down.
I don't have
to
a sister.
that. I don't have a sister. Brilliant.
I don't have a sister.
You have a sister. I mean, I do have a sister. I know that.
What were you trying to say?
I don't really remember exactly.
I remember the story. There was I think it was a football player who got rough with a guy that was in his house, messing around with his sister, and we're like,
did that ever happen to you?
Look, I understand you can't do that, though. You can't put hands on somebody.
I didn't have that experience with my sister, and that I was never around like with her boyfriend, because I was already off at college and gone when she was older. Which
I don't have a sister.
I didn't have a way to relate to that story.
Right.
But then when it came out of my mouth, I knew that sounded very wrong. Like something in my brain went, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah,
I don't have a sister. I think we're going to need more information. Now, you catch a guy in the house with your sister.
Have you ever done that? Has that ever happened to you?
It has never happened. I don't have a sister. Well, I do have a sister. I don't have a sister that I was of the age that I was in the house with her when she
Not in the sense that you
had
think I said I
boyfriends.
did.
Yes, that's what it was about.
God, dang, that is funny.
Oh, dude.
It's better than finding out. 3 days later, I realized.
Yes,
3 days later that
I'm
I had
so
a sister.
sorry, Maggie.
At least
Sorry,
it was
Maggie.
instant. All right, we will come back. Is Ty France going to make this baseball team?
I also want to talk about the Cal Raleigh, Randy Arozarena incident.
I don't even know.
At the WBC. Is it a work? Is it a bit? I have no idea. Many people have different opinions on it. It looks incredible.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Randy Arozarena, Cal Raleigh.
Yeah. If you missed it last night, Cal Raleigh behind the dish for the Americans. Randy Arozarena steps to the plate, offers to dap up his opponent, but also his teammate. They played together for the Seattle Mariners, and Cal Raleigh refused. And I remembered it.
Randy leans down to hear what Cal has to say.
Yep.
And then goes into his stance and gets ready.
Yep, that's exactly right. Now, remember, Will Smith did the exact same thing to Randy Arozarena in 2023, but they didn't play on the Dodgers together.
Somebody else just did it recently.
Yeah.
This tournament as a joke, I think.
No, it was not a joke. It was I don't want to get that pine tar on my hand.
Yeah, okay.
That was the excuse of we can shake hands, but you have pine tar on your bat. It's going to get on my hand. I'm going to throw it to the ball. My pitcher's going to get busted for sticky stuff. I don't want to go down that road.
Right.
You can. I don't know if these guys realize that. Watch this. I have pine tar in my hand. I get to the back of my hand. What's up, dude? I can back you. I can dap you up. I can knuckle you. I can come give you a hug. Whatever. I can pat you on the head. Whatever. There's something you can be congenial, especially with a guy you play 162 with. In my opinion, I thought it was kind of ridiculous. Now, again, was Cal Raleigh doing a bit? Was he doing the Will Smith bit? No, I'm not going to dap you up just like Will Smith did. Ha, ha, ha.
I want to show that I'm taking this seriously.
Yes.
You're my opponent now.
Or as a joke.
I thought
I'm not getting you.
In my eyes, when I saw that video of Raleigh, I thought immediately to Will Smith and how big of a deal that became 3 years ago.
Yep.
And then because something similar had just recently happened, and we just talked about the pine tar.
Yep.
I thought, okay, now that's a thing.
That's a thing now.
And now I'm thinking the third time, they're definitely just having some fun with it and knowing this will be a clip. And I didn't even consider that it was actually serious because they're teammates.
Because they're teammates. So
I understand teammates cannot like each other or whatever, but I wouldn't. They don't seem like the guys that would do that so blatantly, outwardly obvious.
Just because you're on the same team doesn't mean you get along with your teammates or like your teammates at all. But here's the words. It was translated after, and I'll just read you the quote. The other thing I want to say to him, I'll tell it to him, Cuban style. What he needs to do is go F himself. Mexican style, he can go F himself. And in English, I'm going to say it to him in English. That good to see you he gave me, he can shove it up his ass. That's what he said. Now, he walked away with a kind of a wry smile. Somebody in the chat goes, yeah, it looked more like one of those psycho smiles to me. Like that, if you get really mad, you start smiling like a lunatic. And I go, this can't be a thing. This can't be a thing. If you're the Mariners, you're like, oh, my God, this is a nightmare.
But they both are veterans and know that if they make a big deal out of this, even fake make a big deal about it, they will be asked endless questions about it, and it will become a distraction for the Seattle Mariners. They know this. So why would you even joke about it unless you are going to come out and say, we were joking? This is serious. This is going to be a problem for the Seattle Mariners. Not that two guys who don't like each other can't get along on the field.
On the field, yeah.
It happens all the time. That's not a problem.
They play 300 yards from each other. You know what I mean?
But now that people are watching for it and are going to be looking for it and asking in post-game locker rooms and when they go back to spring training together, it's not something either of them is going to want to deal with on a daily basis.
Correct. And now you're watching everything they do like this with one Hawkeye open, right?
You know, like radio shows like us are talking about it. People are going to be writing about it. I think, and I'm hoping it's just a bit that maybe if they could go back, they'd be like, probably not worth it.
And it's probably because I'm old and I'm soft now. I think it's pretty lame when somebody doesn't say hello. I do. I think it, in the spirit of competition, yes, I'm here to beat you. I'm here to beat you soundly. But I do think it's absurd when you're like, no, man, I'm so locked in. I can't even say hello.
You also bristled when Eric Hosmer was the best friend of every opponent who got to first base.
Manny does all the time.
He does.
I know. I never.
That's
bristled.
never bothered me.
No. You didn't bother. It didn't bother you.
Played first base my whole life. You think I'm not over there doing the same thing, dude? Perfect example. Sunday, we're beating the crap out of this team. Guy gets a hit. Really nice piece of hitting. Hard up the middle. Two hopper. He gets to first. I go, nice piece of hitting, man. He doesn't say anything, and I go, nice piece of hitting, man. And he goes, thanks. And I was like, how you doing? No, I never bristle. I think it's funny when Manny and Mookie are like making out at third base, and it is what it is. Again, we've said it a million times. They're all in the fraternity. We're not. So it's weird when you see the fraternity brothers going at each other maybe a little bit in the media like Randy did after the game. And again, I just don't know. I just don't know if it's real or not. I don't know.
It seems like that would just be so wild.
It would be so wild.
There's no history of beef between them.
Not that we know
about. So for that to be the first example of it, and they just do that so blatantly on that big stage, that doesn't seem right.
Could Cal Raleigh have overthought it and went like, hey, let's look like we're competitors here.
Yeah,
I know we're buds and we're teammates, but we're putting on a show for everybody. Let's look like we're competitors here and not best friends.
Has he spoken?
I haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything either.
Just Randy?
He'll be asked.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm a big fan of hey, how we doing? It's
that's something I would do to my friend if we were teammates but playing in a tournament on different teams. If I was catching, I would totally do something like that.
Like
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, would you? I would never.
I would, as a joke, I would be messing with them.
But you also wouldn't be on television.
I'd be like, I'm gonna whoop your ass
in front of everybody.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. The fact that before he said all that, Randy apologized to his parents and basically said he really liked them. What is where I think he has legitimate issues with Cal? I don't know. It's really interesting, man. Oh, he went into a whole thing about how nice Cal's family was before getting mad. So he had run into Cal Raleigh's family. They were lovely. And then Cal was not. So that's interesting. Yeah, let me say it to you 3 ways. He says, so good.
All right, we're going to check traffic. On the other side of traffic, will Ty France make the Padres opening day roster? It's starting to look like there is a decent chance it may happen. We'll tell you why coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is sponsored by Humboldt Casino. Well, guys, looks like we have double trouble in the Hillcrest area. 2 separate crashes. One near the University exit, 6th Avenue exit, and another one just past Washington Street. Now, we've got lanes blocked on the left-hand side and a couple vehicles over to the right. So just watch out for a little confusion there heading into Hillcrest. Northbound side of the 805, an accident clearing up near Bonita. You might see a little leftover slowing there. Humboldt 23's fabulous lobster buffet is on 7 days a week. All the lobster tails you can eat, plus dozens of delicious buffet stations. Visit HumboldtCasino.com for reservations. Lobster buffet every day, only at Humboldt Casino Resort. I'm Kelly Danik with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Our friend AJ Cassavell from MLB.com laid this out. Remember, we had AJ on last week on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking. It is better. With the injury to Seung-Moon Song, seemingly looking like it may, at the very least, linger toward opening day. He's back taking infield grounders, but he's not swinging a bat yet. They don't want a recurrence of the oblique. Obviously, swinging, that twist of swinging the bat is the thing you most worry about with an oblique injury. It's looking more and more likely that an infield spot could be open for one additional player. Now, if you're just going pure defense up the middle, Mason McCoy seems to make a lot of sense. He's been on the Padres a lot. He played yesterday. Does a nice job. Samad Taylor is a guy who's, we talked about last week, has been in the big leagues a little bit and is hitting well, but AJ kind of lays out the case for Ty France, who signed a minor league deal at the beginning of camp. Obviously, he's had, success on the big league level, won a Gold Glove at first base last year, but what happens if the Padres need up the middle backup for Xander Bogaerts or Jake Cronenworth? Can Ty France do that? He's played third. They're thinking that maybe Ty France could play second base in a pinch. Jake Cronenworth could move over to short if Xander was out in a pinch, or if Jake was out, then Ty could play second.
How about Ty to third, Manny to short? How about Jackson Merrill to short? Let's start that now.
In an emergency, you can do anything.
Let's start that narrative now. How about Jackson Merrill back to shortstop?
In an emergency, anything's possible. But in a realistic situation, you're kind of hoping that Xander's out there 9 innings every game.
Of course.
Jake plays a ton. If they're both healthy going into the season, and you think Seung-Moon Song is going to be on the team sooner rather than later, does it make sense to have Ty France? And AJ also makes the case Ty France would be a good defensive replacement for an untested Nick Castellanos, possibly late in a game, a Gavin Sheets, who hasn't been at first base a ton since early in his career. Ty France, who's very good at that position, could actually come in and be a defensive help at first base late in the game. And of course, he's been hitting in spring training. He's got a 944 OPS so far this spring. The bat looks fairly lively. You could take advantage of that early in the season by including him on the opening day roster, at least until you feel comfortable that Seung-Moon Song is going to be ready to accept that, utility jack of all trades role that the Padres seemingly have him set out for this year.
And assuming Ty France is on a major league deal?
He's on a minor league deal.
He's on a minor league deal?
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm not going to say I don't care, because I do care, but this is the minutia leading up to opening day, who will be that last man on the roster. I think Ty France could roll his ankle today. You know what I mean? I think he's made a case, certainly. I think he's in the mix. Seung-Moon Song, it's disappointing because he was starting to time up the fastball a little bit better. They like his versatility. And so, yeah, it'd be kind of a bummer to start the season without him right now, but it's nice to have guys waiting in the wings. It's like the Brian Hoeing news I saw yesterday as well. Brian Hoeing is now considering maybe getting surgery on his elbow. And when you read that somebody's considering getting surgery on their elbow, that means their elbow hurts and they probably need to get surgery at some point. And the thing about Brian Hoeing is, I don't know how much I was counting on him this year, but I do know there's been the emergence of some other guys in spring training where you feel that next man up thing is real with Kyle Hart and or Logan Gillespie. Ben could slot right into that bridge role that Brian Hoeing we kind of expected from him. Spot start, whatever, bridge guy, if a guy has a rough outing, or if a guy's just at his pitch count. You know, there's guys that are ready to step up, and there's guys that are ready to step up for Sung Moon Song as well.
And I do
that's nice. That's nice to have.
I do believe that they still have control over Brian Hoeing even after this year. I'm trying to look that up. So
I thought this was it.
I thought it was, but now I'm looking, and
okay.
It looks like 2 years of experience. So they may still have him. Yeah, not until 2029. So they have 2 more years after this. So they may want a healthy Brian Hoeing in the future rather than this year when they're overloaded. At relief. That's interesting. All right, we'll come back. 2 more hours of Ben and Woods, Take on Woods, spring training, Sammy, all coming up on The Fan.
We are halfway home on a Tuesday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Just, about 16 days away from Padres opening day. Can't wait. What an event and a spectacle it will be. We'll be down at Baja Rick's that morning, broadcasting, tequila shots, all of it. It's never a dull moment down at Baja Rick's. Can't wait for that. It's going to be on opening day as the Padres take on the Tigers. And then the season is underway, and all of our mental health improves and devolves a little bit throughout. It improves at the beginning of the year because it's back and it's on, and Mud and Don are there, and Jesse and Tony are there, and it's the rhythm of baseball. And then if the team starts to scuffle, it devolves a little bit, and then it picks back up because it's a long season. It's a whole roller coaster ride of emotions throughout the season, but it's nice to know for 162, you'll have your beloved Padres on, our beloved Padres on the radio, on the television. You have plans. Plans are already made for you, and that always feels so good. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindl's our executive producer. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor.
In the interest of transparency and my mental well-being, because I know you're a big advocate of mental well-being.
I am.
When you say tequila shots, I will do one. But when you say tequila shots,
not shots.
Yeah, that's tequila.
We have
shot.
tier ones who then continue to try to buy us tequila shots all morning long.
Every commercial break.
And if Woods and Paul, they can do whatever they want. Woods, you get a hotel room down there. You're doing the whole night. You can do whatever you want. And you have in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go straight from one job to the other.
That
and
sounds
do
like a
YP,
YP, not an MP.
I do a whole day. No, it's a YP. It's a me problem. But I always feel bad when I have to reject the very generous offers to buy me shots all morning, knowing I will be fired from my other job if I show up drunk at 10:30 to do then a full day of television covering opening day for the San Diego Padres for Channel 10.
I think it's extremely rude to turn down a drink from one of the tier ones. Don't you, Paulie?
I do. I actually feel anxiety about it. Like when I tell them, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't have another one. I've had my one. That's it.
Have you gone out recently? Like everything's expensive. Everyone's working hard, grinding for their hard-earned money, and they want to spend some of that hard-earned money
on you,
treating you to a shot, and you're just like, ugh, get away from me.
That's where the anxiety comes in, because I do feel bad. I feel like this is a very generous offer. I would love to be the graciously accept it. They want to do a shot with me. Everyone wants to do a shot. I cannot spend the entire morning doing shots and then go to my second job.
I mean, you can.
I can't.
You could.
I can't.
You could, though. Like you could do it.
I wouldn't make it to the second job.
That's the thing, is I don't know how. Yeah, great point, Tej. The shot will calm your anxiety. You're
first
fine.
One, yes, I will take one. I will have one in the morning, and that will be I can't do 7 of them.
Legitimately, is one the limit? What if you did one at 6 and one at 10? You'd be fine. You're 240
You're
pounds.
starting to rationalize now. I don't think this is the road you want to go down.
Remember the first year we did a live broadcast, I wanted Ben to do an Irish car bomb.
Yeah.
And he was not a fan of I could do that. That's one where it's like, you get me going on those, it's over with. I love them. I think it's great. I have a fun time doing them. I think they taste delicious and they get the job done.
That's when you drop the Irish whiskey into the beer?
It's
Bailey's.
Bailey's and a little bit of Irish whiskey, I think, into a Guinness. And you chug it. And boy, does it taste. It tastes like a milkshake.
Guinness is my problem.
Oh, I can chug a Guinness all day. Oh. So listen, don't feel anxiety. You're anxiety-ridden that day. Now that I think about it,
I'm always anxiety-ridden on opening day.
He's a wreck that day.
I am.
Do you want to? How about
always
this?
Anxiety. Should I just do the show here?
Paulie and I'll go down, and you do the show here, because everyone wants to come say hello because it's opening day, and he's like paralyzed with fear. And then that one year, I made you do the hug for charity for Michael King's Foundation. We raised some money for that. That was fun.
We have 2 extremely fun days every year, but they cause me the most anxiety.
It's weird because I'm the one
and the extravaganza.
I'm the one that suffers from depression and anxiety. You claim to not, but yet those days you're like, like just bunched up.
But my anxiety is a social anxiety. You don't really. Yours is you love social.
I have social anxiety.
You do?
Too. Yeah, sometimes.
Depends
social.
On where you're so comfortable with people.
it's kind
talking to them, all that. You're very good at
masking.
I'm good at masking. I'm good at persevering through it sometimes, but sometimes the thought of like, oh man, I'm going here. I spin myself out about it for weeks at a time.
Oh, I get it often.
And it's like, but then once I get there, usually like I'm in the zone, and people come out and like, it's, you guys are coming to support a radio show in the year 2026. Yes, I'm going to come give you a hug because I can't believe that you do it.
Woods has this new bit to spin me out.
Yeah.
And I don't know that we've done this on the air. You've done it off the air a few times. But all he has to do is say 2 words.
Yeah, 2 little words.
And I lose it inside because I can't. They're 2 words that I just can't handle. Paul, do you know what the 2 words are?
I believe so.
Go ahead.
Wait, no,
Woods. Go ahead.
Oh, act natural. Ben, just act natural.
I don't know. I start thinking about how do I act naturally, and then all of a sudden I am the most unnatural
robotic.
person in
Hello,
history.
do you have a charging pad for me, please? Yes. Hello. Good to see you. Also, it's unbelievable.
I cannot act naturally. I think about like when I am about to go on television, and I'm standing in wall 8, and it's the cross shot. Kimberly's like to me, and it's the epitome of act natural. And I think about it like just act natural, and then all of a sudden, like my face, I'm trying to think like, okay, what do I smile? Do I not smile?
So we go.
What looks the most natural?
It's either act natural or be cool.
Hey, be cool.
That's the other one.
Act natural is
natural gets him.
I then think about 7. What would a natural person do in this situation?
What would a natural human life form do?
What
do they do on this planet again?
How was one act natural?
I go through the thought, what would a normal person do in this situation? And I have to go through like
you
9
channel the mothership and have them download.
Do I smile? Do I slouch? Do I stand straight up? Do I lean on something? What would a normal person do in this situation?
When we were at the barbecue joint in Arizona, we walked in. It was me, Ben, and Paul. Okay, Jesse was meeting us there, so we're sitting at the table. The
About
three
what,
of us.
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes wait. So we sit at the table and we're chewing it up, chopping it up, having a good time. Jesse comes as we're walking up to the front. I mean, like we love Jesse. Jesse is a celebrity to us, so like and he's intimidating because he's a genius. You combined all of our intelligence, we're still not quite to Jesse Agler. And so we know that. He's intimidating. So, Ben, we're walking up and I go, hey, just relax, dude. Act natural. Because he was like, Jesse, here's the board. Here's what they have brisket. They have, and I'm like, hey, relax. Just chill. Shh. Act natural. So then there's these ladies behind us, and Ben is doing these grand gesticulations about the board. And the ladies are like, whoa.
Settle down,
There's
guy.
a bull backing
First time ever at a restaurant.
I forgot about it. And they're like, hey, easy. And Ben's backing up. Then they have burnt ends, and they've got ribs, and they've got, oh my God, they got sausage, jalapeno sausage. Look at all the sides. You just put it on the tray. I go, Ben,
this particular restaurant had it was almost like a buffet style, like a think of like a school cafeteria setup where they would have a tray, and then you'd start with like beans, salad, like all your sides, and then you go over to the carving station and decide burned end, sausage, turkey, whatever. And we got to the first part of it. Now they have all the trays back there. They're gonna start you off with your big tray.
Yes.
We did not know that. And Ben goes, oh my God, we need trays.
We need trays.
And he starts like backing up through the line where these women are just standing there. And he goes back to the entrance where we walked in to get all the trays. No, those are the used trays on top of the trash can.
I'm dead, dude.
We're like, wait, now we got to go back to the front. And Jesse's just standing there
like, what is happening? Why is this man the size of a water buffalo backing up into everyone? Like with arms wide open too, like like he landed at Meat Valhalla. He was like, oh, and these poor ladies are standing behind him going, sir, excuse us.
But no one realizes the biggest problem was you saying act natural.
Act natural. Yeah, and so I think, listen, social anxiety is a real thing. So listen, I think it's if it. What I won't have the tier ones come up and give you a hug or a French kiss or anything like that.
Thanks.
They might do that on their own, but
they might do it on their own.
At this point, they all do it on their own.
They just want to be next to you. You know, they want to be with you.
Just don't expect me to act natural. It doesn't happen. I don't know how to do it.
How do you teach someone to act natural?
I don't know.
Give them a couple shots.
Give them a couple shots. Yeah. And it'll loosen you up. Yeah. The gentle giant. That's our Benny. It's incredible. It's incredible. Yeah. He likes to dap. You can come up and dap him up. Jesse, too. Don't go up and give Jesse us. Dap him up. Like, Jesse doesn't bro hug me. He's like one of the only guys in my life that doesn't bro hug me. He gives me a fist, and he knows I'm coming. He comes with the fist. Yeah. He's like, here you go.
He sees you coming.
He sees me coming because he knows, get over here. Not going to happen. Yeah. Just act natural. You'll be fine. You'll be good. I forgot about those ladies. Those poor, I can picture them. Yeah, Sir,
I was just as scared of them as they were of me.
He was so excited. He was so excited about that. He's just selling it. He was just selling it to Jesse. Jesse's like, bro, I'm here. I'm ready to eat. It's good. Like, we'll get it all figured out together. It's so good. Oh, he's so sweet. What a sweet baby. He was just so excited. He was so excited. And I love that about you. Don't ever lose that boyish excitement, man. Yes. The beeping up. So good. Oh, man. Yeah, listen, like I've said.
I really should never back up without looking where I'm going.
No.
It's a bad idea.
It was not only like a back up a couple steps. It was arms out wide, like
it's like clotheslining old women.
There was a stand of like spices that like rattled around too when he hit it. So I will never forget it. Why I didn't do it on the air the next day is beyond me.
I don't know why we missed that.
It just jumped into my head. Oh, so good. There's so much out there. It was hard to remember.
I think probably because the next day's show started with massive guests every second, because that was
Jake Cronenworth or Joe Musgrove sitting down with us. We didn't really have much of a
foreplay that day.
Yeah, just hey, look behind you, right? when you back up, I'm clear. Okay, ladies, it was so.
I need a rear view camera.
You do just behind you, yes. So you will be doing the full opening day rundown to the Marriott or whatever. Marriott?
I think so, yeah.
And up on the roof.
I think we're doing down in the patio this year.
You did it there one time.
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of equipment that needs to be taken way up the roof and stairs, and we're just going to stand down at the patio.
Yeah, it's a fun day. It's a long day.
It's a good, fun, long day.
It's even longer if you've had 6 tequila shots and then go to your buddy's tailgate.
I remember the year that, 3 years ago when it was rain delayed and we had to wait. We were going to have a 1 o'clock game.
Oh, my God. It was 6 o'clock game. That was excruciating.
That was the week or the day we had Jake Peavy stop by at the bar downtown.
It was dumping rain that morning. I went, we're banging this game. Our whole broadcast, no one's going to show up. And of course, the tier ones came in droves that morning. It was an incredible day. So
how does opening day in San Diego get rained out?
I know. We'll do the same thing this year, man. So bring it down to get the day off, get the next day off, whatever. We'll be here the next day. Always good radio. It's also our anniversary that next day. So we'll have a celebration. Be a little hungover, eat some bagels and stuff, and have a great. My wife will be in. She's always in the day after opening day.
That's right. You come straight from the hotel.
Yeah. Hotel Hanno is making an appearance, I hope. So yeah, should be a great time. Great time.
That is now just 2 weeks and 2 days away from Padres opening day against the Detroit Tigers here on 97.3 The Fan.
Who's counting, though?
I am.
I am too.
For a couple months
Me
now.
too. I'm so ready.
We got spring training Sammy at the bottom of the hour, but before that, how about a game at Take on Woods? We did not have a qualifier yesterday, so we're looking for our first qualifier for our new grand prize for the rest of March. It's a 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas, and a $150 resort credit if you want to be our contestant for music, TV, or movie trivia in our next segment. Take on Woods. You can call now at 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Call now. We'll play our game next with Ben and Woods, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 0000466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
We've had some epic opening days. One of them happened at 7 Mile Casino a couple years ago in the middle of the night. When we all got together to watch the game in Korea, was absolutely amazing. I think that was the first introduction to 7 Mile Casino for a lot of Tier 1s, and I imagine many of those Tier 1s, some have told us they have gone back again and again after they saw it for the first time. It is that kind of place. Card room, you just pass by and you don't give it a second thought until you walk in, and then you go, why did I not know about this place sooner? It's exactly how I felt when I first walked in about 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, it's exactly. I was with you. It was crazy. You walked in and go, oh my God, this place is actually really, really cool. Check it out for yourself. They got all the card games you love. California style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow, and Baccarat. Whatever tickles your fancy, Ben. Go in there, act natural. Play some California style blackjack. It's easy. It's easy. Have a fun time doing it. They got great food, smoke-free environment as well.
I act very natural when I order the Kung Pao chicken off the 24/7 players menu.
One
That's easy
Kung
to
Pao
do.
chicken, please.
Kung Pao chicken for me, please. Must eat.
Great views, and of course, you don't have to drive way out into the East
Need
County
sustenance.
and back. Head down to 7 Mile Casino right off the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. It is just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim-ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now. Say radio for a free month of service. Got Sammy coming up from spring training in just a couple of minutes. Got a classic contestant on the line, though. I see Guy is ready to play. So let's get to a little Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. It's been a while, Guy. Good to have you back.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I've been trying. It's just tough to get in sometimes.
We got a lot of tier ones. I like that. But you got in today.
Yeah, that's good.
The game has changed, obviously, since last year. It's not all music trivia. It's music, movies, or TV. Here are the category choices. Well, first, let me tell you what you're playing for. We don't have any qualifiers yet, so you can be the first to qualify for this month's grand prize. 2-night stay at the Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. $150 resort credit. March is here. The Fontainebleau, place to catch every game with high-energy watch parties, expansive screens, great food, drinks, and more. Book your stay today at FontainebleauLasVegas.com. All right, music. Dropping the Needle, 5 influential famous DJs. Movies, Girl Power, movies with the word girl in the title. And our new TV category is Order in the Court, comedies or dramas from the legal profession. So would you like music, Dropping the Needle, movies, Girl Power, or TV, Order in the Court?
Let's try the music one.
All right, Dropping the Needle. In today's category, again, we're looking for 5 of the most influential and successful DJs in music history. You'll have 60 seconds to answer as many as you can. If you don't know one, say pass. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. First question is the 2-second song. Play a hit by one of those DJs. You need to give me the song title and the artist to score that point. You know how to play, Guy. I'm explaining for everybody else.
Yes, sir.
I need 1 second.
Paulie needs 1 second to cue up our 2-second song. So we'll just let the tension rise. Woods waits outside. I can see him stretching. All right, you ready to go, Paulie?
No.
Not
almost.
ready to go.
I need 5 seconds.
That's all right. Vamping a little bit. Adam's texting me. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see. What do you think Adam's texting me right now? He's saying Fontainebleau is pronounced Fontainebleau. Please make sure to always say Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. Thank you, Adam. I did not know that. I was giving it too much of a French
Fontainebleau
pronunciation of Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau.
Right.
Now are you ready,
I'm
Paul?
ready. I've been ready.
You.
I don't know.
Okay.
What have you been doing?
The category is Dropping the Needle. Your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck, Guy. Let's take on Woods.
That's
Which artist partnered with Will Smith to become one of the top hip-hop duos of the late 80s and early 90s?
DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Correct. Which French duo turned the 3 words "around the world" into a hit song in 1997? Later partnered with vocalist Pharrell Williams on the chart topper "Get Lucky." Which Swedish DJ rose to prominence with his hit "Levels" in 2011? He died in 2018 at the Correct. Which 1970s and 80s MC headed the Furious Five, the first rap group to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Pass.
Back to our 2-second song. Ooh, tough category for Guy today. Just got 2 correct. That was Praise You by Fatboy Slim. Got DJ Jazzy Jeff. Daft Punk are the French duo. Avicii you got, and Grandmaster Flash was the last one. Let's see how Woods does in the same 5 questions. Guy is your opponent. It's a music category today. It's been a while.
It has.
All right, let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Woods, your time begins when Paul plays the music. Good luck. Let's take on Guy.
Praise You by Fatboy Slim.
Correct. Which artist partnered with Will Smith to become one of the top hip-hop duos of the late 80s and early 90s?
That is the hell's his name? I'll come back to it.
Which French duo turned the three words "around the world" into a hit song in 1997? Later partnered
Daft
with
Punk.
Correct. Which Swedish DJ rose to prominence with his hit
Correct.
"Levels" in 2011? He died in. Correct. Which 1970s and 80s MC headed the Furious Five, the first rap group inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Say it again.
Which 1970s and 80s MC?
Grandmaster Flash.
Correct. Which artist partnered with Will Smith to become one of the top hip hop duos of the late 80s and early 90s?
Come on.
This is the only one I would have gotten.
All I can think is this. All I think is the stupid show. The Fresh Prince.
He's not on the show.
I know. What the?
This is gonna kill you.
This is
What's his name? It's
I can't believe this is
Is
the
time
one.
going to run out? He's not going to get
the
this
Fresh.
one?
What is the name of that? What is it? DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh
He
Prince.
still did win, though, 4-2 in the
What was the
category
category?
Dropping the Needle, famous DJs.
Ooh.
Fatboy Slim, Jazzy Jeff, Daft Punk, Avicii, and Grandmaster Flash.
Surprised I beat Guy on that one, man.
That was a tough one.
That
Not
was
his,
tough.
wasn't his
Wasn't
wheelhouse.
his
He likes
forte?
music, but you don't get a choice between different music categories now. It's just
Yeah, it's
music,
just music,
movies, or TV,
right?
so it's a little different now.
Oh,
Well, he
so
was on the show. He was jazz.
I thought he was on the show.
He
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Damn it!
I also
How I
got
missed that one of all.
that was
DJ
shocking.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
I also got a
love
text
that.
from Adam. I've been pronouncing Fontainebleau wrong. It's Fontainebleau, not Fontainebleau.
Wait, he texted you in the middle of the show
Fontainebleau, yeah, Fontainebleau.
to tell you that
The
you've
Fontainebleau.
been mispronouncing
The hotel in Las Vegas that we're giving away the prize to.
It's he said is the Fontainebleau.
Fontainebleau.
I don't know if that's right.
It's from Miami, I know. It's the original.
And that's there. It's called the Fontainebleau.
That's what I thought too, but says Ricky from our promotions side said Fontainebleau. I'm skeptical. I really
am too.
Maybe we'll get someone on from the Fontainebleau.
I love the in front of the Bellagio, they have all those fountains out there. It's so good. My kids and wife, we stood there and watched the fountains all night. It was incredible.
Make a wish, toss a penny into the fountain.
every time. The fountain.
Go to the restaurant, get a fountain drink.
Ooh, I love a fountain, Dr. Pepper. Nothing beats it, Polly.
Would you like it in a can or from our fountain?
The Fontainebleau. Huh. All right, learn something new every day. The water fountain.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Delicious. Oh, it's great. This Fontainebleau.
All right, we'll come back. Head out to Peoria, Arizona, where spring training Sammy is standing by. Next with Men and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'm hoping I don't have to resign in disgrace. Adam just stopped by, told me I was pronouncing Fontainebleau wrong.
Right.
So we decided, let's go right to the source. Paulie found the number. We're going to call the hotel and see if we can find out exactly how they pronounce their hotel's name in Las Vegas. So, Paulie, before we get to Sammy, could you dial
them up real quick
up in Las Vegas and see who answers the phone? I'm sure that they've got an operator standing by.
Going.
Thank you for calling Fontainebleau, Las Vegas.
Fountain.
A luxury resort.
The Fontainebleau.
The Fontainebleau.
Yeah, that
sounded like fountain to me.
Fontainebleau, not Fontainebleau, not Fontainebleau. Fontainebleau.
The Fontainebleau.
The Fontainebleau.
The Fontainebleau. He needed the money.
Crude. All right, I will get it right from now on. The Fontainebleau, Las Vegas.
The Fontainebleau.
Sammy is standing by. He will join us from Peoria, Arizona, right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Ket Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855-GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by the California Center for the Arts, Escondido Foundation. Still some problems in Hillcrest area, southbound side of the 163 at 6th Avenue University exit. Got the two left lanes blocked with this collision. They cleared that other crash up just past Washington Street. Northbound side of the 5 coastline just past La Costa. Got a collision which the vehicle went up the right shoulder embankment. Further north on the 5 near Las Flores, we are getting reports of a stalled vehicle not showing if lanes are blocked. They're back one night only. Highland Way brings their lively sounds of Sky Irish music, humor, and high-energy fun for you to soak in this St. Patrick's Day, exclusively at the California Center for the Arts, Escondido. Rapid-fire fiddling, guitar, percussion, and more. Get your tickets now at artscenter.org. Wear your luck of the Irish for Highland Way at the California Center for the Arts, Escondido. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All of our spring training coverage from Peoria is presented by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And joining us from the back patio at the Peoria Sports Complex, hat, sunglasses on, Sam Levitt. Good morning, Sam.
Hi, guys. Good morning. I want to apologize to your Tier 1s and our greater 97.3 The Fan audience for my technical difficulties yesterday. It was a mess yesterday morning. Didn't get much better in the afternoon. I did 2 hours with Scraby from 2 to 4. The internet was going out. Admittedly, there was about a half hour at the end. I was dealing with something, and I was like barely listening to what Scraby was saying. I had to ask him to repeat himself a couple of times. So it was not a banner day.
That's
for
the
yours
best radio.
truly on 97.3
That's the
Fan.
best radio.
Sammy, before you came along, Woods and I once did a show during COVID when we were doing it remotely, in which we lost the internet every 8 minutes without fail
On the
for the
nose.
entire 4-hour show.
It was
After about an
excruciating.
hour, we were able to plan it where we would just wait till a commercial break was coming up, know they were about to drop off. We'd go to commercial break, come back. You would never know the difference. We did it with a guest.
Yeah, it was terrible.
You guys would ask a question knowing you were dropping in about 30 seconds, and it would take, I don't know, a minute to reboot. And
was
so
horrible.
he would start his answer, and by the time he was done, you guys couldn't come back.
No, it was excruciating, but it leads to, it's interesting radio, at least. It's different. Now, if you do it every day, it's like, guys, get your S together. Like, figure it out. But every now and then, Sammy, you know, the more the merrier is how I look at it. How was your day yesterday? I saw you did get a chance to catch up with Alex Verdugo yesterday. How did that go?
It was good. You know, it's been kind of interesting watching him on the backfields. I mean, he's with the El Paso group right now and taking live BP, and I didn't see him play in the minor league game yesterday, but he's out there with the group and talkative and you know, looks like a normal baseball player. To your point, I did get a chance to talk to him yesterday and dive a little bit deeper into his decision to join the Padres. And look, he admitted that, you know, there weren't a ton of offers, options out there for him. It really came down to, did he want to be a minor leaguer on the East Coast or the West Coast? And I think Arizona spring training was a big part of that. He lives apparently not too far away from here. So it's an opportunity for him to go through spring training and be able to stay at home. So I think that was part of the decision. As far as him, the player, he's trying to get, you know, back into some of the rhythm he quote unquote used to have. And, you know, the health wise is getting back into a place he feels is good. Rhythm with his hitting wise is getting back into a place that he feels is good. And I think he views it as an opportunity to sort of get right. And, you know, didn't, you know, make any proclamations about, you know, hey, if he hits down at AAA, he's going to, you know, come up and make an impact, or the Padres promised him that or anything. He didn't get into any of that or say anything like that, but I think he views it as an opportunity to work on his game and kind of get right again. And look, I think, you know, and he didn't say this, but I kind of, you know, I think it personally, when I kind of look at the situation, if there was a team where if needed, and you play well down there, you could find yourself very quickly in the big leagues. The Padres would be one of them, because this is not a minor league system that just has guys waiting in the wings from a position player standpoint at the AA and AAA level. So I do wonder if that was also an appealing part of it for him. But, you know, that's kind of the deal with Alex Verdugo. He is a minor leaguer right now, and if he'll be in the big leagues remains to be seen.
You know, I was looking at his numbers, and and honestly, from like 2019 to 2023, solid offensive player, especially against lefties. I mean, put up decent numbers that are very good on the big league level. And then when he dropped off, I don't think he could totally accept the fact that he wasn't the same player. And he had to have a moment where, like, all right, I need to actually go back and start putting the work in. It sounds like he's realized that, Sammy. Like, I am back to being a minor leaguer. And you know what? I'm going to appreciate the fact that I get to come out here every day and work on my craft. And I think that's good that the Padres are getting that Alex Verdugo.
Well, he got very specific with me about, getting into his legs more. He essentially said to me, like, I've never struggled as a hitter before. Wow. So, getting into his legs more. And you get it. I mean, this guy was, top of the top prospect. I mean, the corner piece in the Mookie Betts deal. And obviously he's had his nice moments in the major leagues and his struggles in the major leagues. But he talked to me about getting into his legs more, about, getting healthier, getting into the gym and kind of realizing like what he needs to do for his body in particular in certain areas he was breaking down. So we're going to see if any of that translates into success at the minor league level. And I think it's, wholly possible that if he does good things in the minor leagues and the Padres have a need for an outfielder, a left-handed hitter, that maybe you see him at some point. But I think until then, he'll be probably at AAA El Paso, and we shall see.
Talking to our pal Spring Training Sammy, a couple more weeks out there in Peoria for Sammy. Done a bang-up job, excellent job every single day, Samuel. Saw some news yesterday, too, about Brian Hoeing maybe looking to get elbow surgery. We talked earlier in the show about the good news is you hate that for Brian Hoeing because he missed most of last year with an injury. And, to have to go through that again, man, it's just tough. It's tough on somebody's mentals. It's tough on their body to get surgery. But, you do get the sense there are plenty of guys ready to step up, not knowing how much we were counting on Brian Hoeing to be a part of the bullpen this year. But it does feel like that's not some sort of catastrophic loss if he does elect to get surgery on that elbow.
Well, Woodsy, to your point, I would say this. If he were healthy, I would think he has a very good shot to be in the bullpen because I think he fills a pretty valuable role as a guy who could give you multiple innings. Right now for him, he's in the process of getting a second opinion. Unclear right now what exactly is ailing that elbow, but sounds like surgery of some kind is on the table, and he's in the process of getting a second opinion, and there will be a decision made at some point, probably sooner rather than later, as to what exactly he's going to do. And I'm sure we'll get more info on what exactly the issue is when that happens. But to your point, yeah, there are a lot of guys that can step up and fill that void. And we've talked about plenty of them, whether you want to talk about Ron Marinaccio, who obviously is with Team Italy, but is out of options, or Logan Gillespie, who is out of options, or Kyle Hart. I'll tell you what, Kyle Hart's pitched really well. And talk about a guy that does have versatility, a guy who could be kind of your lefty specialist, a guy who could give you multiple innings. I think he's really intriguing. And I also think from an opening day roster standpoint, some of this is going to come down to how many spots they have available. And the reason I think that still is kind of a question is because you have guys like Matsui and Adam who are working their way back, but we're 2 weeks now from opening day, and I've got some updates on that. Adam is going to pitch in a sim game today, so that's another step in the right direction for him. Matsui's going to throw a bullpen today, so that's another step in the right direction for him. Are they going to be able to ramp up quick enough to be on the opening day roster? We'll see, but Woodsy, to your point, it seems like if there's one area of this team where you can afford to slow guys right now, it would be the bullpen, because number one, you're already super talented, and number two, you've got a lot of guys. Alec Jacob, I should put in that conversation as well, who can fill those roles at least for a little bit of time for sure.
Sam, we talked about it earlier. AJ Cassavell wrote about it yesterday. Is Ty France making a push to make this opening day roster? How would that work? What does it look like? But with Sun Mung Song injured, it seems it's a possibility now.
Well, that's I think a key part of it is understanding Song's status. And again, I'll put him in the same category of Adam and Matsui, very different positions, but he's dealing with something. It's now something that's lingered. And right now, I think it's a little unclear whether that's going to be an available for opening day scenario or not. But if you're looking at, let's say, 2 bench spots, if Song is not ready for opening day, I think Ty France makes a lot of sense. He's a guy who gives you a good at bat, has a ton of experience, can play some different places. You might even, see him at second base a little bit, increase his versatility there, and maybe gives you a little bit more bat than, say, like a Mason McCoy would. But Mason plays great defense too, and I could totally see him taking that spot as well. But Ty does bring you, I think, a little something extra, a little something different, and who knows? I mean, again, depending on what the Padres decide they need, could you see Song and France on the team, and France takes that final spot? I guess it all seems a little redundant and infielder heavy in that scenario. But part of the plan for Song was to put him in the outfield at some point, and it seems like that has been slowed because he's dealing with the injury. So I tend to lean on the side of, Bryce Johnson. I would think he's not a lock by any means, but has a pretty darn good chance to make the team for a lot of reasons, what he provides, and I think what they need roster-wise. But I'm right there with AJ in what he wrote, in that I think Ty France is very, very interesting, especially if Song is not ready for opening day and you essentially need another infield spot.
Sammy, thank you so much. Is this the last time we will talk to you until Friday? What are you, did you decide what you're doing with the Padres off day tomorrow and late game on Thursday?
Tomorrow, I am very, very happy to come on with you guys tomorrow. I'll be back normal schedule on Thursday, so I'll talk to Paulie on that one, but I can check in tomorrow. I think tomorrow I'm going to go up to Flagstaff and go skiing at Arizona Snow Bowl, whatever snow they have. I don't know that it's going to be a ton. It was okay last year. It's like, for any of my skiers out there, it's like a little smaller than Big Bear, but it's a nice day. It really is. Like
Get some runs in, man.
It's a cut above like a Midwest ski hill for sure. Cut above for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
But it's probably like a step below Big Bear. Pretty good for a day.
For an off day, just to get some runs.
2 hours,
in.
easy. 2 hours back and forth. I might do that tomorrow. So maybe I'll check in with you from the slopes tomorrow.
They know how to make snow, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows how to make snow now.
Last year it was warm when I went, but there was enough snow to have a nice few hours of skiing.
Do you bring your gear out to Arizona with you, or do you got to rent when you get up there?
I have my own ski boots, so I do have my stuff with me, and I have my boots, but I will need to get skis and poles, which you can easily get there. So
that's so fun.
We'll see. That's the plan. I have not bought the ticket yet, but no, actually, it's like $40.
Oh wow!
I mean, I think they're begging.
Right.
They're begging people.
Nice. One
other couple other notes, just baseball wise, that I should mention before I go. Griffin Canning will throw a live BP today, so it's another nice step for him. And Nick Pivetta is scheduled for a bullpen, which I know, he got pushed back and was dealing with what they called the little arm fatigue. Then we found out that he should just be back on his normal schedule, whatever that next day is. And he's going to throw a bullpen today, according to the schedule. So that is good news as well.
Good stuff, Sammy. Appreciate it, and enjoy the day off tomorrow. But we'll coordinate with Paulie on the next appearance.
All right, see you guys.
Sam Levitt, courtesy of David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big bank banking.
It's better.
It is better.
I forewent my trip this year.
Your ski trip?
Yeah, for you guys.
Thank you. Do you go ski? You actually ski on your ski trips,
Ski
right?
my balls off.
You do?
Yeah, Telluride last year.
But you don't? Do you have your own boots, or you
No.
have to rent them all?
I have to rent it all
there. Yeah.
Which, by the way, is one of the bigger nightmares ever. Is going to rent the boots and all that. It's a nightmare. It's straight up.
Sammy's got his own boots.
Yeah, it's good. I'd rather be here with you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to come back. We'll have our biggest fan announcement. Paulie's got some Rindle Report headlines, including
the NBA hits women.
The long-awaited update on the Magic City promotion from the Atlanta Hawks and more. Coming up next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Thanks again to Spring Training Sammy for joining us, and good luck to him at Snow Bowl up in Flagstaff, if that's indeed where he heads tomorrow.
Skiing on that slush, that made artificial snow.
Ooh, are you a fake snow snob?
No, I grew up I learned to ski on fake snow at Ski Sundown in Connecticut. And it was the size of a small hill. And we went up there all the time. And but they had to make their own snow. It was a lot of it. And then it was mostly ice. So every time I skied, all you could hear was the whole day.
Yeah.
So the first time I ever got to Colorado and skied in real snow and powder and things like that, I was like,
it's a totally different experience.
Okay. Oh, I was just doing ice hockey with long skis. It was insane. And then you would fall. You'd fall in Connecticut and be like, I broke my hip, I think.
It's like playing flag football with your buddies on, a blacktop pavement, and then lacing them up, going out onto a field, and playing real football. Like, it's just two different experiences entirely.
Yeah, golfing at a little $10 Muni dirt track, and then somebody's like, do you want to come play Tory with me? And you step up and you're like, I'm not used to this. This is not what I'm used to. I'm used to a dirt track. So
I grew up with some decent slopes up in Washington, but a lot of the same basic ones that everyone would go to, it was just packed ice. And it was not very fun. And then I went to Park City, Utah.
You lose your mind.
And some of that powder. And it's just like, if you don't ski or snowboard the right way and keep going, you're going to just start sinking into the sand.
You just
into the snow.
Yeah, I had such a good time in Telluride last year with my family. But this year, the kids are going to go for spring break. Hannah's going to take them, dump them off with the grandparents. So we'll have a whole week without them together. And honestly, it's funny to say, but I have 3 games that weekend that she's taking them to coach.
So you'll be coaching Little League without your kid on the team.
Yeah, both of my kids will be gone, and I'll be coaching. And now it's spring break.
That makes you a professional coach instead of just a dad coach.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of kids gone for spring break, so we're going to have to get it figured out. But no, I will miss it. I had such a good time doing it last year. It was great, but there's plenty of time for it.
All right, before we get to our Roundel Report, let's announce today's biggest fan. We're getting down to the end of the contest. Last chance to be a finalist for our grand prize drawing, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. If you hear your name, you'll have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973. And this morning's biggest fan is Tony Emerson from El Cajon. Tony Emerson, El Cajon, you are up, 833-288-0973. We will be watching for your call as Paulie delivers today's Roundel Report headlines.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Roundel Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Roundel Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey, Paul, how you doing? Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
Happy Tuesday, gentlemen.
Happy Tuesday.
We will start off in football. We probably could have done this for a don't do this earlier this morning, but we wanted to play a little extended audio earlier for do this. But over the weekend, there was a soccer championship match being played in Brazil. Where was this? Sunday's Mineiro Championship. I will figure out where that was. But it was involving a couple of teams where there was such a massive fight at the end of this championship match. Now, the match ended 1-0. So it was a very close match, but with 30 seconds left in stoppage time, such a brawl ensued that 23 red cards were handed out. Okay, it was in Brazil. 23 red cards were handed out. I don't know if either team's going to ever be able to play in their next match.
Right.
Due to how many people are going to be out. Like some of the most insane fighting, I'm going to show it up here on the YouTube stream, but basically the goalkeeper for one team made a stop, and then he gets tackled by another player on the other team, and teammates run off the bench, security's involved, coaching staff, the referees. It was one of the craziest fights you will see. And
so that was on the field. It was not. It was, and then did it spill over into the stands too?
I don't think it spilled into the stands.
God.
It took about 8 to 10 minutes for them to clear all of this up, and eventually, 23 red cards go out. They finish the last 20 seconds of stoppage time, and then blow the whistle and be like, "Everybody, get out of here, get out." 23.
Now, how does that work in soccer? Because usually you get a red card, you're down a man.
You're down a man.
If you get 23 of them, it's just 0-0 at that point. There's no one left on the pitch.
It's just two goalies standing there looking at each other from 7,000 yards
across the field, playing one-on-one,
just chilling. I love it.
One of the players said, "Of course, we didn't want the match to end like this, given the spectacle it was, but I couldn't leave my teammates in trouble and just stand there." And I do sympathize actually with some of those guys.
Yeah, of course.
When
And
you're
that
on
goalie,
the bench,
that
and you're
goalie
just,
got hit pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And, listen, in lacrosse, hockey, all of it. Like if you get up close to the goalie, that's when everyone will swarm you. Like if you check the goalie, you run into the goalie, even if it's accidental. I mean, hockey, they're playing on ice. Lacrosse, they dive across the crease and try to get it, and they bump the goalie. That guy gets mauled every time. You don't mess with the goalkeeper and it's crazy how.
Not that they can't protect themselves, but they're sometimes in vulnerable positions when they're like stretching out and diving. So they rely on the other players to,
man, that was a good
to
one.
watch out.
That's
for
a good little tilt there, Paulie.
Yeah, that one was.
Manny said they finished 3-on-3.
3-on-3 soccer
for the last minute or 30 seconds. All right, we'll switch over to the NBA. We've been following the story for a couple of weeks now. We talked about it originally probably 2 weeks ago when the Atlanta Hawks announced that they were planning to do a Magic City Monday celebrating and honoring a cultural icon in the Atlanta area, the Magic City Gentlemen's Club.
Yes,
Club.
been one of Ben's favorites.
And then a few days later, it was met with some criticism, and the Spurs player, Luke Cornett, I think was the one. He wrote a blog saying, like, this is not okay. This is inappropriate. I don't think this is something that the NBA should be doing. And enough players must have also reached that same sentiment, because the NBA has officially called it off. They canceled it yesterday. They said they were responding to concerns from many across the league. It was supposed to take place next Monday night against the Orlando Magic. The Hawks, they said they called it an iconic cultural institution with food, including the club's lemon pepper wings that are like world famous. And
that's why I go there.
They were named after Lou Williams, former Hawks guard. And so the Hawks wanted to pay homage to them. And then it says here, the Hawks official statement yesterday, while we are very disappointed in the NBA's decision to cancel our Magic City Night promotion, we fully respect its decision. As a franchise, we remain committed to celebrating the best of Atlanta with authenticity in ways that continue to unite and bring us all together.
Kind of in a no-win situation.
Yeah.
Because someone's going to be mad either way. NBA stepped in, took it out of their hands. I don't know how to think about this. It's such a tough thing, because you certainly don't want any woman to ever feel like they have to do stripping if they don't want to. But at the same time, you want to respect a woman's decision if that's what they want to do.
Yes.
And they should absolutely get to be celebrated. You can honor other workplaces. Padres do it all the night. Like, nurses and healthcare workers night at the ballpark.
This is just nurses in training and healthcare workers in training.
So it's a gray area of some sorts. I'm not a big believer in shaming people for their life choices, especially ones that don't harm other people.
As Manny says,
legal.
I like conflicted Ben. Yeah.
Conflicted Ben.
But at the same time, the Hawks did put the NBA in a bit of a tough situation.
They did
with all of it.
Did they have to get like approval on stuff like that?
I don't know.
I mean, if they wanted,
obviously they didn't.
I mean, you wouldn't have to get approval from the league if you wanted to do a night honoring first responders.
Correct.
I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to run this by Adam Silver first. We want to
you guys are
honor some firefighters.
You don't have to call
tonight.
me and ask me every time you have to go to the bathroom, okay? Just do it. this was one of those we're going to do it and beg forgiveness if we actually pull it up.
Yeah.
Right.
They should have just kept the announcement a little closer to the game. You got all excited 2 weeks before the event was supposed to be, and you end up canceling.
One other note, just in the NBA, I know nobody watches regular season basketball, myself included, until the end. The
SGA last
the playoffs.
night, yeah.
Oh, as good as a regular season NBA game can be, two Western Conference powerhouses, the Thunder taking on the Nuggets, two MVP candidates in Jokic and SGA. I'll just read you the box score. Jokic, in a losing effort, had 32 points, 14 rebounds, 13 assists as a center.
Nice night.
Playing 40 minutes. They lost by 3 points because, well, SGA was just a little better, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 15 assists.
And
They were exchanging haymakers.
And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 0 turnovers, which is the only 35-point, 15 assist, 0 turnover game other than LeBron in 2018 since 1978.
Holy smokes.
And
Dialed in.
It was his 126th straight game with 20 or more points, tying Wilt Chamberlain's record.
Wow.
You know, LeBron had that long double-digit streak, but there was occasionally a 19-point or an 18-point.
Yeah.
There's 126 with 20 or more for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Pretty unreal.
Yeah,
He is
no kidding.
incredible.
And that's when Wilt was going up against, like, plumbers.
Yeah.
Back in the... All right, and then finally we will...
The other center was 6'5".
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it looked like Ben out there.
Exactly. Yeah, I was
guarding Wilt.
NBA height back then.
Finally, we missed this a few days ago, but we have a shout out to his family, gentlemen. I was not familiar with the person's name,
Correct.
but I was very familiar with their work. Stephen Hibbert passed away about a week ago, I believe, at the age of 68. It was unexpected. He died peacefully with his family, it says here. On Monday in Colorado. Now, Stephen Hibbert, he's been around. He's done, he was a writer for a bunch of TV shows in the 90s.
Worked on the Groundlings.
He was like, he had like a cameo in one of the Austin Powers movies. But, and I don't know how, I guess I don't know how he felt about it. He's really known for one role in which he didn't really say anything.
Yep.
And you didn't even know it was him.
Correct.
Talking about the Gimp.
The Gimp.
In Pulp Fiction.
He has passed away. The guy that played.
Now, we talked about Zed like 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
I feel.
Now Zed is gone.
Zed's dead.
Zed's dead, and the Gimp is gone. Passed away. The man that played the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. You know, the guy in the all leather outfit, including the zipper across his mouth, that lived in a box
At the bottom,
of a pawn shop. I went down such a Gimp rabbit hole last night, and not in that way.
Nah, man, I'm pretty far from okay.
You hear me talking, hillbilly boy?
Dominic says
You hear me
Maynard,
talking,
better watch
hillbilly
out.
boy?
Yeah,
That's right. He was the other. I couldn't remember his name.
Maynard.
Yeah,
the
Zed,
real- Zed Maynard, and the Gimp.
And the Gimp.
So I wanted to know what was inhabiting the mind of Quentin Tarantino when he wrote the character for the Gimp. He actually wrote the Gimp for himself. He was going to play the Gimp,
But then he ended up being Jimmy.
So then,
Look like a couple of dorks.
yeah, a couple of dorks. So Tarantino says, "I'm absolutely stunned to hear Stephen Hibbert, the gentleman who played the Gimp in Pulp Fiction, has passed away." Oh no, sorry, it was Roger Avery. Yeah, it was Roger Avery. It was the co-writer. He goes, we were just with him, Days of the Dead in Atlanta. He was at a table next to me. He was genuinely a wonderful fellow. He took my role as the Gimp when I decided that Quentin was going to punk me and lock me in that box over lunch with a ball gag in my mouth. So Steven stepped in and truly breathed life into that latex-covered character. I'm saddened by his passing, but glad to have gotten to know him and call him a friend. So I wanted to know, why did he write that character in? And what was the backstory of the Gimp?
Because the movie goes on whether that character's there or not.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And so Quentin Tarantino said, I had this idea that the hillbilly guys, the pawn shop guy and the other guy, picked up this dude as a hitchhiker 7 years before, and they'd trained him, and it was like Stockholm syndrome for him. So he had a whole backstory of this guy, and he lived in that box down in the basement, and they would get him out when they needed him. And but yeah, so you know how we do it on this show.
Ben, first, actually, if you can put that on to honor.
Yes, great call. Yeah, you take your glasses.
Flip it the other way.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
Yes, Stephen Everett, again, 66 years old, gone far too soon.
I can't see anything.
I know, it's very effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
All right, shall we toss to break?
I came over to give him the and it scared him because he really can't
see anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll come back with more Ben and Woods. Check traffic. I don't know. Do I have a live read?
Oh, yeah.
Or anything?
Actually, Ben's going to tell you guys about SD fat loss
cool.
here.
All right. Am I talking into the microphone?
Yes, you're good.
Right there?
You just say it right there.
Crushed it.
Excellent. Well, when I get to look in the mirror, when I can actually see, I'm much happier than I used to be. About 3 years ago, I was getting overweight. I could tell. I was looking in the mirror, didn't like what I saw. I found out about sdfatloss.com, and I followed the program to a T. Actually, I had a couple of cheat days. I still lost 40 pounds in 60 days. You can lose weight fast with no injections, no hormones, no shakes or bars or mixes, no exercise necessary. It's a program that's effective and it's sustainable. Kept the weight off now for over 2.5 years. You can do the same. I know people talk about the injections, the GLP-1s, but you're committing yourself to a lifetime possibly of weekly injections at a cost of $3,000 to $5,000 a year. When this program, you'll be done in 2 months. You'll have the weight off, and your metabolism will be so up that it's so much easier to keep the weight off because you've actually jump started your metabolism. I'm a little nervous here. Doctor developed program. You can find out yourself with a free consultation at sdfatloss.com. Make sure you mention Ben from Ben & Woods sent you. Get $200 off the program right now and lose weight fast, the sustainable, healthy way at sdfatloss.com. Results may vary.
Claire. This is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I'm back.
There he is. Act natural.
Now you get back. With Ben and Woods here on 97.3 The Fan. Injuries are always a big thing in spring training, according to, I think it was Jeff Passan, the news on Hunter Green, concerning for the Cincinnati Reds. They expect him out until at least July.
Yeah.
Losing a big pitcher that way. But when we were talking with Sam Levitt, got me thinking about the Padres bullpen situation. Mentioned Brian Hoeing.
Yep.
You know, you can maybe afford to lose a guy or two. You have so many arms and so much depth. And I was thinking, what would the Dodgers do if they had an overflow of too many good players?
Yes.
That's kind of what they've done with the starting rotation. Should the Padres be doing with their bullpen what the Dodgers do with their starters? And like plan injuries over the course of the year to give an Adrian Morejon, a Jeremiah Estrada, some time off during David Morgan, time off during the season for, 2 or 3 weeks here or there to cycle in a Logan Gillespie, a Kyle Hart, some of your other Bradley Rodriguez, to keep everybody fresher over the course of the season, as opposed to just shuttling them back and forth from El Paso, but adding more, innings to their arm, throwing down at AAA, which is not really helpful to anyone in that environment in the Pacific Coast League. Should they really kind of plot out the year like, okay, you're getting May off and you're getting June off and then we'll all be ready to go in October when we really want our bullpen to feel fresh and electric for the postseason.
Yeah, as Tyler and Purple both say, Tyler said they would get investigated and stopped by Major League Baseball immediately. 100%. We don't have the immunity that they have in LA. Oh, Blake Snell's not going to be ready for opening day. Really? You're seriously? No way. I'm shocked. Yeah, no, hit him on the knee with a hammer and say, "We'll see you in 30 days, fellas." That's a great problem to have. But I think when you start getting cute like that, you also don't have the unlimited resources and unlimited payroll and unlimited prospects.
You don't.
If something didn't go right, and guys came back and they weren't good, or they were more injured than. Maybe, that sore quad turned into a pulled quad or a torn quad, whatever it may be, Benny. I just don't know if you can get cute. I also don't think you can ride this bullpen, for 162, so that when they get. But
you need all these guys usually eventually
need them for the whole year. But
I'm not saying necessarily roster manipulation, but I would say the Padres bullpen is one of the more overloaded units in baseball.
I don't even like talking about this. I feel like it feels like it's bad karma. Knock on wood. They're good now. They do. It's funny because I'm watching the WBC last night and I go, "Oh yeah, Wandy Peralta." Forgot he was on the Padres and
pitching well.
He has been electric for them. Electric. My favorite Padre, Wandy Peralta, was like, "Oh yeah, he's in our bullpen this year as well." So it's going to be.
You're very open to conversations if you're AJ Preller about a trade, though, at this point, right? I mean, do you think about it, or do you not want to deal, as he has said, from your biggest strength and keep it as deep as possible?
I think that's playing. If you're playing MLB The Show and, you're like, yeah, I can trade Jeremiah Estrada. Or, what if you get down to, what if David Morgan's ineffective? What if some of these guys that are unproven, or just a short time of proving it, what if they're ineffective?
I guess it always comes down to if someone knocks your socks off with an offer.
Yeah,
and you
correct.
Just go, I cannot say no to this, and we have enough bullpen arms that we're going to be able to figure this out. AJ's going to listen, as he always does. He'll listen on anything, but I would say he'd listen intently right now on bullpen conversations.
Yeah, for me, honestly, getting Manny off his feet, getting Xander off their feet, having those guys more fresh in October would be really the thing for me, because I think it's been the offense the last few years that has been so awful in the postseason. So that Jackson, all those guys coming into October fresh. Now again, that takes massive winning streaks early. You got to win a lot of games. You got to be able to breathe easy. The weird part for us, and if we're honest with ourselves, you're playing for second place here. That's what you're doing. You're playing for second place. You can sit in your car and that's BS, loser mentality. I've heard it all. You're playing for second place this year. 33% chance for that team to win the World Series. Not get there, win it. You're playing for second place. If you keep that in the back of your mind, and this is how we have to do it, we have to get into the playoffs. Riding Manny for 158 doesn't seem smart to me. He's not going to want to do it. He's not going to like it, but it doesn't seem smart to me. Giving him more days off, giving Xander, getting older, more days off, letting Toddy get off his feet a little bit, having Nick Castellanos ready for a postseason if he makes it the whole year. All these things are important. These are veteran guys who've been around a long time. Have them locked in and fresh in October, like the Dodgers were, like some of the Blue Jays were. There's a couple teams that were really, really fresh going into the playoffs, but
I don't know that there's ever been a team at the end of the season that goes and says, man, if we just hadn't given our guys those days off earlier in the season, then we'd be in a much better spot. I think they always at the end say,
man, we rode these guys.
I wish we had given our guys more time off.
Yeah.
You're not even guaranteed to lose games when you give. Sometimes it works out perfectly. Like you guys stay fresh and your other guys that need action, get action. They play well. Yep. Everybody's playing well. When we've talked about it before. When I was growing up and you were growing up watching baseball, Sunday was like the day that you had 7 irregulars in the lineup. It seemed like every Sunday. It's like, here's our Sunday lineup.
They had smaller rosters back then,
and
too.
They seemed like they had a whole different lineup for Sunday of just get to see all the bench players on Sunday. Yeah. And now you don't do that. You work in your bench players a day here, but usually it's this guy will play on Tuesday, this guy will play on Wednesday, this guy will play on Thursday, and you have maybe one sub come in, 3 or 4 times a week. But back then it felt like all the subs played on Sunday.
Well, at the end of the day, a lot has to go right. A lot has to go right for your team to win 90 games or whatever. I mean, a lot has to go right. We do not make the playoffs last year without that scorching white hot start that we had. And it made no sense because as much as we lament what the opening day lineup looked like, Ben, That team won an insane amount of games in April last year. And that winning streak carried us throughout the year. And so these games are important. And I feel like so much has to go right. I don't want to get cute trading guys away. I don't want to get cute manipulating things. It's worked for LA, but they're a different story. They've got unlimited money. They can go get anybody at the deadline they want. They could trade for Tarek Skubal today probably and re-sign him. So they're a different. That's why I say we're playing for second place, man. They're such a different type of juggernaut up there right now that if you keep your eye on, let's get to the playoffs, let's do what we need to do. I don't think we need to get super cute. And again,
pretty sure all the players would disagree with you.
Who?
They would. Padres players wouldn't say we're playing for second place.
No, they wouldn't, but they shouldn't. I don't play for them. So I'm trying to be a realist here. I don't have any grand visions of winning the NL West. Am I saying it couldn't happen? No, of course not. Of course not. Dodgers are not getting any younger. They're not. They're not getting any younger. You don't know what you're going to get from some of these guys now. But some weird injury can occur and send a team into a tailspin. But I do know that if the deadline came and they were hovering around, a couple games up on the Giants or the Pods or the Diamondbacks, they could go out and make two tremendous splashes if need be, and it wouldn't affect them or their bottom line even a little bit. So they're in a different position. So I don't know. I just think getting cute and planning and plotting to get guys rest, I don't know. It could backfire.
All right. I'm seeing some WBC updates. Perhaps on the Cal Raleigh, Randy Arozarena situation.
Fairly interesting one.
AJ Hinch is talking about Tarek Skubal's decision as well. So get that for you coming up in our final segment. I believe we'll go back through our Ben IT first round matchups.
Yes.
If you missed them earlier, before the end of the program, going until 10 o'clock, broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. Bennett Woods continues next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
Is it getting spicy at the WBC, Benjamin? Spicier.
It's kind of just more of the same wishy-washiness from Tarek Skubal. Says he's not good with his decision to leave the team. He is just torn up about this.
Struggling right now.
Just torn up.
So just stay and tell Scott Boras to, suck it, and I'm going to do what I want. Just stay there.
He says, I hate the decision, but he's also sticking with his decision now to leave the team and go back to Tigers camp. He said if this was last year, no problem. Next year, no problem.
Right.
But this year,
that's a lot of money to leave,
You're not leaving anything on the table.
It's a lot of money to put at risk. A lot.
Yes, but you're not avoiding risk by going back and pitching for the Tigers either.
No, you're not.
Which is the kind of part of the problem. No one can really calculate and tell you what the risk is.
I wonder if like a risk assessment person could say it's way riskier to play in the WBC than it is to go down and work a backfield game or whatever, even if you have a scheduled start for 2 innings against, the minor league club of the Tampa Bay Rays. I do wonder what the risk assessment would be. My guess is it would be higher.
I mean,
in the
how
WBC.
far is he taking this? It's risky to drive to the ballpark
I get
every
it.
single day. You
I get it.
get in an auto accident, you get seriously injured, you may lose out on that giant deal.
We've all had relationships before, whether it be romantic or otherwise, where we've been like, no, this is my decision. And then you're like, why did I do that? What if we just hang out? Can we be friends? Can we be friends with benefits? Can we, I'm really regretting my decision. Oh, you've moved on? Oh, great. Now I'm really regretting my decision. He is.
Tell me more about this.
Why, confused.
Why did you break up with someone and then regret it later?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I was a young idiot and thought maybe I could get better. The old grass is greener bit.
That's it.
That's
just
it.
Greener grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing in particular that was bothering you about the relationship. You just
get bored.
Thought
I was like,
perhaps
I was, I was in my 20s. I was a young, dumb idiot. And
how committed of a relationship was this?
Like a 6-month deal.
Okay.
And then you're like,
exclusive. It was exclusive at that point?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure it was.
Which is like she thought it was.
Sure it was. And then you're like, do I want to be tied? The other one was, do I want to be tied down? I'm young, man. Do I want to be tied down? Idiot. It's an idiot. And then you're like, oh, all right, I blew this. You go out and you're like, there wasn't much left out there for me.
Weren't as many fish in the sea as you thought.
Yeah, different. And so I don't know. We've all had that scenario where we immediately regret a decision that we made.
Is regret worse, or is the fear of regret worse?
The fear of regret is way worse than regret, I think. That's a good question.
We'll drive ourselves crazy trying to make the decision that will make us regret our decision the least in the end. But maybe if we just quickly made the decision and then lived with the regret later and let it pass quickly.
Correct.
We might be better off.
Regret is the worst, man, because there's nothing you can do. I mean, there's nothing you can do to change it. Like, you made your crap decision. You got to lie in your crap bed sometimes. So it's tough. But for him, this back and forth is insane. It's insane behavior by Tarek Skubal. Right.
And then I saw in our chat that they said Mark DeRosa. I have not found any comments from Mark DeRosa yet about Cal Raleigh.
The quote was, "We saw that and it was oof." That was the quote that I saw. We saw that happen and we were like, oof. Which is crazy. That's great. Mark DeRosa's catching a lot of grief. I like Mark DeRosa a lot. I really do. I think he's fantastic. It's not really like people were screaming at him last night on Twitter about how he's managing the game. And it's like, dude, he has no say. He has no say in this. Like, AJ Hinch said, you got to get Matthew Boyd this much work. Alex Cora said, you got to get Garrett Whitlock this much work. It has to happen tonight. This is what we need if we're going to allow him to play. Okay, no problem. I got you guys. Paul Skeens is only going to get this much work, right? So he doesn't have a lot of say. He's more of a figurehead at this point.
Yeah.
I think you can't make strong decisions and play fast and loose with somebody else's roster. You just can't. So I think he's been fine. I like him. I think he's great. I've had no problem with what he's done.
It's definitely the biggest flaw of the WBC. You're trying to make the argument that it's real baseball. This is the least real aspect of it.
Correct.
Is the pitching decisions that no one can actually make.
No.
That they are set in stone before the game even starts. They're not really subject to any flexibility.
Which, by the way, aren't we all okay with that? As a Mason Miller fan, aren't we all okay with knowing that DeRosa's not going to do something crazy?
Pitch him 3 days
and pitch him 3 days in a row, or pitch
agree.
him 3 innings in the champion. Oh, we got a lead after 6. Guess who's coming in for 90 pitches? It's Mason Miller. Like, I think I'm okay with that.
Paul Skeens pitches the semifinal, and then the next day comes and pulls a
Back in
Yoshinobu
relief.
Yamamoto
Yeah.
in relief. The Pirates would go insane. I mean, insane. You can't do that.
It's tough. It's really, really tough. So I don't envy his job. Just like every year the All-Star game comes around, I'm like, this will be the worst management gig of all time. Now, that game doesn't matter, but you do have a responsibility to, hey, man, this was this guy's first All-Star game. I got to get him in. I want to get him an AB. I want to get him some time in the field. It's a lot, man. So I have sympathy for Mark DeRosa, and I think he's a fine manager.
All right, let's check traffic one last time, and then we'll come back. We can replay the field of 16 and the matchups that we're voting on right now in the Ben IT preliminary rounds to the Tournament of Drops next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by San Diego Law Firm, fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Wrapping up our morning drive with just one problem here, northbound 15 before Friars Road. There is a collision involving a couple vehicles. They're over to the right shoulder. Sometimes it's called a joke, a compliment, a hand that stays too long. If it's happening at work, you don't have to face it alone. San Diego Law Firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at sdlf.com. That's sdlf.com. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
For Padres fans, Padres take on the Los Angeles Angels in Tempe this afternoon at 1:05. Walker Buehler will make his second Cactus League start, so we'll talk about that tomorrow. Making a strong push to make that final roster, but I don't think he's got a lot of wiggle room. Like, he can't go out there and give up 6 runs in 3 innings and say, no, that was just working on stuff. He's going to have to treat all of these pretty seriously, like pitch well and show that he can get major league hitters out when he has the opportunity. I'd imagine in a home game, he'll be facing some good hitters, possibly Zach Neto and some of the Angels' better players usually in those home games later in spring training. I haven't seen the lineups yet, but we'll see. Eagerly anticipate what Walker Buehler can do today.
There's a lineup out.
Oh, is there a lineup
Yeah, I
out?
saw it.
Who are the Padres taking? Do we know?
I will read it for you.
Okay.
In one short second.
Oh, yeah, we got the Padres lineup.
Okay, you do it.
I
always said I was doing it, and then he
I
was
just wasn't sure
racing.
if you were going to find it.
His race. Well, I was going to find it. It just might have taken me 1 second longer.
No, please go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's all you.
No, I had it, and then you said you wanted it, so
All
you
right,
get it.
Fine. All right, leading off for the Padres, right fielder Jace Bowen. The DH.
Also, I thought it was Chase Bowen, so
Jace
I wanted
with a
you
J,
to read it.
like Jace Tingler, but with a S instead of a C and a Y. DH is Bryce Johnson. I assume they don't have any other Johnsons on the team.
Nope.
Then Miguel Andujar will bat third and play first base.
Andujar or Andujar?
Andujar is
Okay.
what I've heard. We'll ask him next time we see him.
Okay.
Freddie Fermin will do the catching and bat cleanup. Batting fifth in left field, and I forgot his first name. Solak?
Blake Solak.
Jose Miranda will play third base and bat sixth.
It's Nick
Solak.
yeah.
That sounds right. Second base is Reyes, batting seventh. Forgotten all the first names.
Flagship, by the
Keep
way.
going. Crushing.
Flagship. We're the flagship.
Oh, that's okay. My brain is toast at the end of the show. McCoy and Taylor wrapping things up for the Padres.
Okay. Very good. I'm so glad you read it instead of me. You could have just done the last names, but then that would have been very obvious.
It would have
right?
been too obvious. And I knew Jace Bowen. That was the one I did know. So I was like, good start.
I had one out at spring training. We were on the
Yeah,
air.
you're reading the
we got a
lineup.
lineup, and I'm like, all right, Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, Jake Cronenworth, Nick Castellanos, Jackson Merrill, and Rodriguez. And we never addressed it, but we went to a commercial break. I was like, Rodriguez and Michael King on the mound. And we go to a break, and Ben goes, I was wondering how you were going to handle that. Because I also didn't know who that was.
Yes, hitting eighth, Rodriguez.
It was more, I was like Freddie Fermin behind the dish, Rodriguez in right, and Michael King on the mound. Like I went as fast as possible.
The panic that you feel when you hit like the 4 hole and you're like, I'm dead. 8 is coming, and I don't know this guy's first name. Oh, I love it. I love it. Yeah, there's a lot of dudes, man. There's a lot of dudes. They all start to run together after a few weeks. And I was telling Ben off the air, I wish spring training was shorter, and I know the players do too.
Everyone does.
Everybody wishes it was shorter,
except the pitchers.
Oh, no wonder
they don't even like it, but they
they're the only
understand
reason.
that they got to do their 2 innings, then 3 innings, then 4 innings. Otherwise,
they're the only reason.
Otherwise,
for long
the first
spring
month
training.
of the season would be a bunch of guys who can only
2
throw
innings.
3 innings in a game.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't really feel right either. So it's the only way you can kind of solve that problem.
Oh man! All right, spin it one time.
No, we got to do the tournament of drops,
All right,
the Ben
Ben
IT
IT.
field one more time.
All right, here we go.
Beaver Stadium. Loose cannabis, supremely stupid. Tommy Lasorda was a great manager. Him and Steve Garvey were good friends. Call the cops. Panties. Adolf Hitler. Beep, beep, and beep, beep. Yeah. Cool jerk. Gobbler's knob. Bangs, anal Satan, marvelous muncher. I don't have a sister. He's the guy that I pegged. I had an opportunity to do a 2-for-1. All right, so the bracket is all filled out. If you were in our chat, you saw it there. Paulie has all the matchups for you. You can vote by clicking on the Google form, either on our social media channels or on our YouTube stream, and vote for the next 24 hours. Tomorrow morning, we'll have the field down to 8, and then you will select the 4 drops that advance into the field for the tournament of drops later this month. That's how it works.
Okay, just that simple.
All right, now
when do we stop voting?
Probably got to give Paulie time to
tomorrow morning when I get in, or when we
so
start the show. So you got until early tomorrow
like
morning.
5 to 5:30 a.m. tomorrow.
All right, get it done.
So get it done sometime today. Now we can spin the topic wheel.
Spin it.
I think I might need more time on this one. The question is, what is something you didn't appreciate until it was gone?
Oh, naps.
Nap time.
Nap time. Huge one. Didn't appreciate until it was gone.
I think just the overall carelessness you had as like a teenager.
Bill-free life.
Like when you were like, maybe you even had a summer job. You worked 10 to 20 hours a week, but like you didn't really have responsibilities.
You had nothing.
You didn't have to do
I
much.
know the answer. Regular cable TV.
Regular cable
Like
TV.
with you don't have to log in, stream anything in 17 different places.
But isn't it nice to have all of those things at your disposal? It's overpowering.
It's a
because
little
you get bogged.
overwhelming.
When you were a kid, I remember when HBO like came out and Strange Brew was on HBO, and I was like, oh my! It was like I hit the mother load, right? But now you go through 700 movies that you love, and you're like, I'm not in the mood for that. Not in the mood for that. Not in the mood for that. And it's all you do. Your whole life is just saying, I'm not in the mood for that. And there's a billion options.
Right. But I liked knowing I wasn't missing anything. Like there were no, if it wasn't on my TV, there were no other
You weren't missing a damn
choices
thing.
to stream something or what else is good. Tessa just broke my heart. She said my grandparents.
Oh,
well,
so sad. But yeah, you don't appreciate your grandparents enough.
I did. I always have.
You did.
I'm good, Tessa.
You're still appreciating
Tessa,
your nanny.
Tessa, I'm not a monster, so I appreciate
You're still appreciating your nanny.
I'm not a
You
monster.
just went and appreciated her last
Yes,
week.
I'm not a monster. I appreciated my grandparents while they were all alive. Naps, man. Naps. Like,
good one.
Like naps when you're a kid, you get forced to take naps. Now yes. Oh, cab share. Life before social media was so much better. It was so
Life before cell phones.
Cell phones are great.
I do too. I think so too.
Because I like texting and funny memes and stuff. But life before
You
social
don't really
media.
wish you could go back to 1994
No.
dial-up internet. Have to go home, log onto a computer.
The internet and having kids too. The social media stuff is so scary. It's so scary. And so, yeah, man, it's something I lay in bed at night and think about.
Yeah, it's so much better. Like I was uploading some video yesterday at Channel 10, and I thought this literally would have taken 45 minutes when we first started uploading video.
I know,
like a 4-minute clip.
Paulie, we
I
can
would
do
be
that.
Watching that little bar for half of my day.
Let's remember to open the show with that tomorrow and come up with
I
more
like
ideas
that.
because we can do an hour on that.
All right, that'll be foreplay tomorrow.
Yep.
Already baked in to the Wednesday edition of Ben and Woods. Please join us at 6 a.m. For now, we turn things over to Braden and Frank. For executive producer Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Tuesday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.